What's up? This is Thomas Davis, man, and you are watching the Black Cat Panther podcast. Make sure y'all tune in all season long.
Yeah, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score, run up the board, breaking the mold? Ay, ay, walking the door. You know what happened? We step on the floor. Ay, ay, coming from on. You don't want problems, you already know it. Ay, ay, come on to it. You already know I'm finna go do it. Ay, yeah, I'm locked in and I feel like Mark 10. Ay, walking to a room, chest up with my chin. Ay, already finished for this joint, even begin. Ay, when is what I am, I cannot ever pretend. Ay, yeah, never pretend. Ay, back in the lab again. Ay, you were not touching the friends. Ay, you were not touching the kin. Ay, putting the points on the board, I'm killing the boys, you know what it is. Ay, switching the moves, no number two, I came in to win. Said I'm tapped in with the action, if it got the master on the master, I can never move passive. I'm active, I can make them go ghost on this cast. But wanna know who running it, just ask us. On the track, I'm gunning it, I'm blasting. This that gas and diesel, shack and dog.
You know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat.
Yeah. What's going on, man? It's always a beautiful one up in there. Look at here, man. It's a beautiful show today. It's gonna be a daily dosage of powerful niggatry. So without further ado, on your way on in here today, come on in here, like, comment, subscribe. Omar Tillman already got it going on with the way how this thing gonna go. He say, let the titty shaking begin. Shout out to y'all niggas. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing in the chat today? So first and foremost, reports is being put out there right now that the Carolina Panthers are not happy with Javon Clowney. And it's so bad to the point that they're trying to shop and get him the hell up out of here before training camp. Let's go ahead and understand where we're sitting at right now. The Carolina Panthers are being linked to two different teams. Not one, two. The first team, be it as it may, is the New York Giants, the New York Football Giants. And they're saying that right now the Carolina Panthers they inquired about they're being linked right now to Kayvon Thibodeau. And they're saying right now, a guy who we know had 11 sacks about a year and a half ago. He dealt with a little bit of wrist injury last season and sat a little bit, but he became the odd man out in New York. Now, let's just be real. New York went in the draft and they picked Abdul Carter. The moment they selected Abdul Carter, you could already write your handwriting on the wall that Kayvon Thibodeau was going to be shopped and put out the door. So all I have to say, they acquired two-time Pro Bowler Brian Burns from guess who? From us. Yeah. So with that being said, they now have a backfield with Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau. Not Kayvon Thibodeau, but Brian Burns. They don't need this young fella that's under 25 right now, be it as it may, under 25. A pass rusher that had double-digit sacks under 25. Don't that sound familiar? My Lord. 11 and a half sacks in 2023. And like I said, he won't turn 25 until December. So they're looking to pair Thibodeau with potential Nick Scotton and Princely Humayanen to have an exciting edge rotation. Because they're saying that right now, Javon Clowney was the top edge rusher for the team with 5.5 sacks. And they already realized that his pinnacle, his ceiling has already been hit. There is no more that he can give you for this young nucleus. Anything, he'll be in the way of this young nucleus, and they won't be able to grow He may even stunt their development. So, like I said, shout out to Jadeveon Clowney. We appreciate that one measly ass year you gave us last season. You know, that 5.5 sacks. Yeah, we ain't gonna miss that. We for damn sure ain't gonna miss that. Uh, but like I said, the second team that the Carolina Panthers are being linked to, and this is where it gets interesting because when I tell you I didn't see this one coming, they want to not be mindful. Jadeveon Clowney is the middleman in all this. The Carolina Panthers would like the potential. They were talking with San Fran to potentially try to make a move, and let me tell you this right here. Because from what I'm seeing, the move was they wanted to do a swap. And they called and inquired about edge rusher Mikael Williams. Now let that sink in. Let that sink into everybody who I told. And the reports is being put out that the Carolina Panthers passed on Jalen Walker. And Dan Morgan said this straight out of his mouth because they had questionable size issues with taking Jalen Walker at pick number 8. So be mindful. The guy who I saw as the guy, and I told y'all that the Carolina Panthers should have had took was Mikael Williams. Isn't it funny that now the reports is being put out there that they pick up the phone and they were trying to inquire to get Mikael Williams in here? 6'5", like I said, edge rusher like a daggone bull rush. I told y'all prototypical size is what they were looking for. Imagine having a room with Prince Umuyan and Nick Scorton and Mikael Williams. Getting Jadeveon Clowney the heck up out of here. But that's the thing. They went ahead and used their pick. They got their young, they got their young bull. San Fran would be a fool to come off of Williams, man. If I were them, I wouldn't even look that way. Nick Bosa need help over there. They're trying to get Clowney the hell up out of here, to send him somewhere where he can be beneficial, to send him somewhere where he can be useful. I'm being honest with you guys right now. The Carolina Panthers should make a trade. And this is just my honesty. I think with Nick Scorton and Princely Umunyana that you got here, I think they should go to the Giants. Sit down, bang the table, and see what it would take to get Kayvon Thibodeau in here. Because the reports that they got out here that they only asking for a first round pick. So I'm asking right now. I'm asking y'all right now. Is it worth a first round pick? Now, I don't know what first round pick. Is it next year? Would it be the year after that? I don't know. All I saw was a first round pick in the article. So with that being said, would y'all potentially try to bring Kayvon Thibodeau to the Carolina Panthers? Because like I said, Shane and them boys is talking. They're trying to make something happen. They're trying to get this boy over here. What's going on?
What it do?
You
Do?
did you hear any of it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you feeling about Kayvon Thibodeau potentially being in the Carolina Panther uniform?
Uh, these niggas didn't want Brian Burns. Why the fuck they want Kayvon Thibodeau? When now next year you got to pay the nigga, and then what's gonna happen then with these raggedy sons of bitches around here? He don't get impact sacks. He ain't And then again, let's be real. This team is not focused on defense. Not yet this year. You understand what I'm saying? They are focused on making this offense run because they're gonna have to pay this quarterback in the near future, whether it be this year or next come 2026. That's what's gonna end up happening. You have a offensive minded coach, a defensive guy in your GM, but like I tell you all the time, Q, what I say?
Hmm?
Ownership, GM,
Oh yeah.
head
Oh
coach, quarterback.
yeah. Yeah.
Now you got these two working together, and what you think? What you think Dave is saying? Well, Dan, this I come here to run this offense, and I got the offense man right. You know what I'm saying? Well, we need another defensive piece, Dave. Yeah, I need to get this, and I need. You see what I'm saying? What he tell you? What he
Yeah.
said the other day? I'm gonna. I put my wide receiver coach's hat on because
Hmm.
let's be real. For the time that he been in the NFL, that's his longest tenure as a wide receiver coach. Then he was a quarterbacks coach, offensive coordinator, head coach. You understand what I'm saying? His most experience is wide receiver and shit like that on the offensive side of the ball. This team is going to worry more about the offensive side of the ball. You understand what I'm
Go.
saying?
Go. Look at that black ass Omar talking about we. I let the titty shaking begin. He don't like edge rushers at all. I ain't never seen a nigga don't want to get after the quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. This team will not be what I'm saying, Q. This team will not be a complete well-rounded team. This team is gonna be top heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like a old big titty bitch. If he want motherfucking titty shaking, like a big titty bitch. Top heavy. 9 times out of 10, let's be real. She ain't got no ass and hips. You know what I'm saying? That defense is the ass and the hips, cuz. You understand what I'm saying? Defense is ass and hips. The bitch top heavy and gonna be top heavy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why we
Yes, sir.
got
Yes, sir.
okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Top heavy is what Goat call
Top
us.
heavy. Yeah, top heavy. So let's go ahead and coin that right now. The bitch is top heavy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Fuck shaking titties. The bitch is top heavy.
Oh, this is too funny, man. So Goat. The from what I'm seeing, the reports is out there that they want a first round pick for
Ain't
Kayvon
gonna happen.
Thibodeau.
Ain't gonna happen, cuz. Cause see, you got to pay him next year. That's what the deal was with Burns. You could have got it year prior to when he still had 2 years on the contract. You see what I'm saying? It's still a business, Q. You see what I'm saying? He looking for some
Mm-hmm.
money next year. Now, see anybody that bring him in now before week 8 is what's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna bring him in. They're gonna say, "Yo, you're basically on a prove it deal with us. If not, then we'll send your ass on down the road." Okay, we'll give him a 2. We might even give him 2, 3, some multiple picks because he's good as anything ever gonna come out of draft. You understand what I'm saying? Any draft. But
Mm-hmm.
what are we gonna pay this nigga? You understand what I'm saying? That had just like Omar saying, this one saying, whatever. He had the double digit sacks. You know, he's not the consistent double digit sack guy. Once again, he was in the same situation Burns was. No offense. He was not on a team that would give the defense more looks. You see what I'm saying? Offensively, just like we was. So they couldn't rush the passer. He's an edge rusher. See what I'm saying? So you're
Yeah.
handicapped because they didn't have no offense. Once again, same situation.
Uh, Let me ask you a question, and I want to get your thoughts on this right here. What are
What's
your
up?
thoughts on the Panthers seemingly trying to get the Davion Clowney the fuck up out of here?
I
How
told
you
y'all
feel?
that. What I done told you remember I told y'all that? I said it. He was gone. The nigga gone. Soon as we drafted them two, they double back and drafted two, a defensive end and an edge rusher. When they drafted Nick Scorton, that was the nigga replacement right there. Because they not
Mm-hmm.
paying this nigga for what he put on the field last year. And if you remember all them old niggas that said, "Oh, Clowney coming to replace Burn. We got Clowney. We got Clowney."
One and done, ain't it? One and done, ain't
What?
it? God
What?
damn.
And I told y'all, I said, when this nigga get home, he gonna disappear. He had his best year with the Ravens, best year in his career, going on 12 years with the Ravens. And what are the Baltimore Ravens known for?
Defense,
Defense.
edge rushing.
And
Them boy,
and the
and then,
Baltimore Ravens was winning. You
yeah, yeah,
understand? So
yeah.
no, they're not gonna re-up this
No,
nigga.
they got one nigga over there that helps out the entire defense. His name is Roquan Smith. A
Say it
bad
again.
motherfucker.
Say his name
Roquan
again.
Smith. Remember,
Mister.
I
Mister
did a show
Roquan Smith.
4 years ago, and I remember it was me,
Uh-huh.
you, Lonzo,
Yes.
Omar
Yes, sir.
arguing
Yes,
about
sir.
bringing Roquan to the Panthers. You remember that shit?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will make another bold prediction, Q. The
Mm-hmm.
Panthers' first round pick next year will be our defensive signal caller. We got to have one. We have to have a middle Mike linebacker that we will get the best in the draft. They're going to come with that bullshit again about trading down because they don't value that position. You understand what I'm saying? But they're going to have to go get the man. You understand what I'm saying? The best Mike linebacker in college football is what we're going to end up getting.
I
That's
don't
that's
know,
that's
go.
gonna be your next. That's gonna be your
Them
next
boys,
number one pick.
them boys, we do need a middle linebacker, but them boys might try to pull a move, a rabbit trick to try to get the nigga like Kayvon over here, sending a second or a third round pick over there.
To do what?
Think about it. They gonna try to pair him with Yuman Yanin, who coming off double digit sacks in college, Scorton, who was a goddamn made man in college, and they want the three of them boys to usher us probably in the future.
You're not gonna pay him though, Q.
I wouldn't pay him either. I
That's
wouldn't.
what I'm saying. So what moved the needle for 1 year? So you gonna send draft picks to New York for one fucking year?
That wouldn't make a damn bit of sense. But once again, why are we even linked to Kayvon Thibodeau? Go think about it.
Carolina Panthers linked to every goddamn thing going. They might have been linked to motherfucking George Pickens today. You understand what I'm saying? Oh yeah,
That
we're
was
gonna get
crazy.
Pickens. We're gonna get Pickens. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no
He
goddamn tell. We linked to
said y'all
everybody.
So
linked to everything
Red
speaking
moving.
of
Swarm.
George
We
Pickens,
linked to who y'all got on y'all team, Red, that y'all need. We linked to that motherfucker
speaking
too. You understand
speaking of
what I'm
George
saying?
Pickens, why the fuck is the Pittsburgh Steelers? They don't got no goddamn quarterback. They don't got
It's called
nothing over there in the
tanking.
offensive room, and they
It's
sending
called
pieces
tanking,
away.
Q.
Mike
It's
Tomlin
called
finna lead
tanking.
the Steelers, man.
Mike Tomlin,
Mike Tomlin,
Mike gonna leave, or
he gonna get out of
Mike
there.
wants to get his goddamn quarterback come next year,
Yeah.
and they don't move up with people. They don't move up that board. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if they do
Mm-hmm.
make a move next year, it's because that class is coming out, but they're not gonna move up that board like that. They're not gonna give away they got them pick.
I'm gonna tell you the
They
truth. I
dragging
can't
it.
understand what they're doing, man. They didn't even take a swing at one of them quarterbacks this season. They could have got
They
Tyler.
couldn't.
Well, Tyler Shuck was going. The Saints stupid ass took
Yeah.
him.
Don't nobody
But
want Tyler Show is what I've been hearing around here, Red. Don't do that. They said Tyler Show ain't shit.
I've been listening. I've been listening to Dolph and them. Dolph, they trying to talk themselves into that boy, man.
Yeah,
Them
yeah.
boy,
Well, see,
them
they
boy
have
ready to
to
jump off a
because I
cliff.
told y'all he wasn't shit. I told
Yeah,
y'all he wasn't shit. But see, they couldn't touch. The Illuminati said he could not touch thou Shador Sanders.
yeah, yeah,
Show
yeah,
that
yeah,
nigga
yeah,
and make
yeah,
him a lesson. Make a
yeah,
lesson out of this nigga.
yeah.
You will learn today, my
Mm-hmm.
brother. You
So
understand?
you
So,
know me and you got a little bit of old school to us. Go to
yes,
I
sir.
have to disagree with you on them top heavy sisters and women now. Let me tell you something now. Your boy Red Swarm ain't got no problem with no top heavy woman now,
No,
go.
I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem with them, but most of them that's top heavy red. Would you agree that lack in the ass and the hip department? Correct.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's
Okay,
a
so
fact.
and
Yeah.
all I'm doing was I was compartmentalizing or
Yeah.
comparing ass and hips to defense. You
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I
The
know what you're
top
saying.
heavy is like people like, oh, that's the offense. Ooh,
The
look at
well
them things
balanced
coming down.
one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
that curvy, well balanced one, that's the complete team. You see
But
what I'm
if I
saying?
got to go with one and not the other, you can give me the top heavy one every time.
Oh, hey, that's a
Every time.
preference.
Every
That's a
time. Every time.
preference. Yeah, yeah,
Every
yeah,
time.
yeah. That's a preference. That's a preference. What's up? Hey, I take some out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
I don't
sorry,
discriminate
Q.
on
I'm
nothing.
sorry, Q.
I said,
Yeah,
how
I
you
discriminate on nothing.
like,
But the
yeah.
yeah, the Panthers are top heavy bench though. Red gonna be a top heavy
Okay.
bench. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. 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 All right. We back, Q. We back. We back.
yeah. So Red, talk to me, man. How you feeling about potentially seeing, I don't know, a different edge rusher in the NFC South coming at your Falcons?
I, you know something, man. I like Thibodeau when he came out. Um, he had a knock on him too. It was character. Everybody said he was media made, or he was gonna be more concerned with his YouTube channel, with his,
Mhm.
Twitter
Mhm.
stuff. That's what they were saying about him. He wasn't gonna concentrate on football. Um, I don't see the New York media market that much, so I don't know if he got a lot of that going on. But he dealt with a lot of injuries. I still like the kid, man. I like the size for an edge coming out, and he does set a good edge now. I like that about him, and he can
For
run a
real.
play down.
He
The,
can
ni- the,
play.
the nigga fuck
Yeah, he can
around and
play.
had a hurt wrist. They say, well, we can get you the fuck up out of here. We ain't
I
paying
don't
your
want to
ass.
see him in the South, though. I answer your question straight up, Q. Shit. You shitting me? I don't want to see him in the South.
Yeah.
Nah,
He can play, but one thing you're not gonna do, you're not gonna be in New York, and like I said, once again, like they don't have a quarterback, and then you're gonna have a $100 million defense, you know what I'm saying, and still
that's a
not winning no
fact.
game.
Yeah, yeah,
That ain't gonna
yeah.
Mhm.
happen.
Nah,
But I
that's a
think
fact.
you probably can swing a good deal with New York for him because they done took Abdul Carter and they got big money in Brian Burns, man. So, I think you can swing a good deal with them for Thibodeau, man.
I mean, it's a good problem to have young edge rushers that can get after the quarterback. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
god
Yes,
damn.
sir.
But the deal is they looking a year down the road. You got to pay him the next year. You know what I'm saying? And over here,
Okay.
you done seen this go out the door. You done this deja vu, Q. That's all it is. The
Yeah.
fucking
Hmm.
Twilight Zone.
And that's what they did with Pickens. They were looking down the
Hmm.
road. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he was unhappy. He been talking shit with the one him and the one that we got had over here from Pittsburgh. Both of them was talking shit the whole time. You
That's a
understand what I'm
fact.
saying? And
That's a
then you
fact.
bring in DK Metcalf. What are you gonna do some more then, Red? Talk more
Yep.
shit.
Talk
Hell,
more
that
shit.
boy, the other boy done signed on his fifth team in 1 year. Five
You
teams
know
in
what I'm saying?
1 year.
Yeah, them Pittsburgh receivers get picked at 150 something, and then they become divas after they get their money, and then they just lose their damn mind, man.
That nigga chasing the NFL record for playing for every team fast, ain't he? He
Hey,
trying to get it done in about 3 years.
That about the what's that quarterback McCown? He about to be the
Yeah.
goddamn
the Josh McCown of the receiver room. Yeah.
McCown.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
he
Boy,
gonna have
but
he gonna have 32 helmets on his shelf.
I
Hell
think I'm
yeah.
this nigga just signed on with the Browns, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, but
How
nobody
long?
ain't gonna let you come in their organization and be no damn locker room distraction. They ain't gonna have it.
Hey, Q.
They just ain't
Hmm?
gonna have it, Q.
I know y'all talking about trade rumors, man, but I I can't let this pass by. Man, Buck, I saw Buck was in the chat earlier and
Mm-hmm.
uh popping like the lost his mind. Buck put some shit in the Discord earlier talking about what it was a projection on what Bryce Young extension contract his next contract would look like. Boy, popping like the cuss Buck ass out in the Discord. That shit was funny to me.
Lord have mercy.
JP
But
and Poppin lost it, man.
this this the thing. When it comes to Bryce Young and that extension, everybody might as well get themselves together
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's coming.
it's
They
coming.
Yeah.
up so well. And hell, me and you could come out here and have 3,000, 3,500 yards behind
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I expect him to fully get paid off of this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Just
gonna
to
get his
show his
money.
mom married pa.
Yeah.
If with all this around him, then that really shows you he just goddamn he ice cream summer day. That's
They
all
done
that.
made it. They done made it easy for him, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's not gonna be mind blowing. It's gonna be vanilla as hell. Y'all. I'm not hating. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be nothing spectacular. It's gonna be a bland ass, like you just said, 3,000 yards, 3,000 plus yards. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's not gonna wow nobody, knock nobody's socks off. But then they're gonna talk, oh my God, the biggest turnaround, the comeback player of the year, and all this bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? For something that
Yep.
a number one overall should have be doing in his fucking sleep.
Yep.
You understand? So he gonna get the money.
Any of us that know football can see clear as day what Canales has done and Dan Morgan. They done set this boy up to manage the offense. That's all he got to do. Turn
Mm-hmm.
around, hand the ball off to Chuba, hand the ball off to Rico. If anything happening, they went and got the damn boy ETN. You
Uh-huh.
mean to
Why you
tell
getting
me
all these
you ain't
back?
gonna run the
Yeah,
ball?
yeah.
Yeah.
Why you getting all these back?
Shit.
Huh?
Shit.
Huh?
The big possession receiver. Ted,
Then,
huge catch radius. You ain't got to be
yeah.
accurate. Just get it close to him.
Then if Jonathan come out the damn hospital worth of fuck, you know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
That's extra icing on the cake.
Yeah, yeah. Damn,
If,
Trio, what you talking about?
if you can't see that, I just don't know, Red. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we're gonna be a run first team,
Shout out to
and
Supernova say
I'm gonna
he
let
don't
it know.
change the narrative today. He trying to get y'all to badmouth the team.
we're not bad, man. See, that's the thing, though, man. We ain't nobody bad mouth the team. We telling you what's gonna happen, what to expect. That's not bad mouth. When does that become bad mouth?
Nova don't want me to say shit, boy. Every time I come around here come this motherfucker. That's what he say.
I mean,
You
you
know
can
I got
win,
to
run.
keep it
You can
spicy.
you can run running the ball, y'all, but don't look at them explosive plays going down the field. You know what I'm saying? Them yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Yeah,
think that that's getting ready to happen. You can win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win more than we won last year. But uh, nah, ain't gonna be like that. And then
yeah,
I wasn't. And the thing about it, Q, what we talking about? Get back to the subject. Me, if you ask the question, would I do it? I wouldn't do it because you're gonna have to pay him come next year, and I just don't see him doing that. Continue to get young talent in the building. You know what I'm saying? Figure out what we're gonna do.
What if your GM is having the ghost of Burns past going on? What if he's saying,
mm,
I didn't get that young edge rusher when I needed him, and so that really cost me. So what if he's saying this time around, I want to make sure that I solidify this? You know what I'm
He was
saying?
the one that shopped him on Hard Knocks. He was the one that told that man, "What about Brian Burns?" He didn't say if he came in there and said, "No, I'm paying
shit.
Burns," Burns would be here. He the one that shopped him. The fuck?
You know what the hell you was doing.
Yeah.
Let me
They
see
Powerful.
not
if
going. We not going unless we get a Miles Garrett or something like that. We're not going to pay big money to that position, Q. I'm telling you, we're gonna pay wide receivers. That's why I just told y'all about top heavy. We're gonna pay wide receivers. We're gonna pay running backs. We're gonna pay that offensive side of that ball. You got Derek Brown, probably was gonna be one of the only and last damn big time contracts on that other side of that ball. Now I'm telling you,
My man said, giving a third for Thibodeau would be a
I got
haul.
to.
Hmm.
you see what I'm saying? See, they don't
Mm,
value it. Niggas around here
mm,
don't value it.
mm.
That boy worth every bit of a second rounder, but
Damn
you
sure
know what I'm
is.
saying? They
Top
don't
five
value it.
draft pick.
They,
Yeah.
I can't. They don't want to rush. They don't want to rush the opposing quarterback. You.
Y'all boy, hold on. I got a call. Y'all hold on. Y'all
They
good.
Yes,
don't.
sir.
They. Yeah, I got it. They don't want to rush the opposing quarterback. They want to sit right here, Red. You see what I'm saying? And let
Yep.
everybody come in here and just rack up yards on them, either on the ground or in the motherfucking air.
Yeah.
Don't give a damn about stopping the opposing quarterback
Yeah.
or putting pressure on somebody or changing somebody else's game plan. You know what I'm saying? The way
Yeah.
they're attacking you. And it's called complimentary football all day long. You gotta you
Complimentary
gotta have
football. You want to be
gotta have
balanced.
gotta be balanced. You gotta have edge rushers, y'all. You gotta have
Yeah.
defensive tackles pushing that power. You gotta have a total attack on both sides of the ball and special teams. These linebackers that we bringing in right here, and y'all like, oh, this guy gonna tell me two linebackers that we got that put fear in anybody's heart right now. Like when Q was saying Roquan Smith, one of the best in the business. We got him. We got him in the NFC South. We got
Yeah.
him. We're not gonna
Yeah.
make no move for him. Now here we is saying, "Oh man, get rid of Javon Clowney." They gonna get rid. What did he do for us? This year, nothing. He set the edge. You might see the nigga get one sack a game or something like that, Red, and then he
Yeah.
disappears on us. You understand what I'm saying? He done it his whole career. He didn't. We don't have J.J. Watts on this team. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He played
Right.
beside him, one of the best. He played with Roquan, one of the best. He was in Seattle, and who they had the Legion of
S-
Boom and all them
Yep.
people inside there. One of
Complimentary
the
piece.
best. But did he have double digit sacks? Never done it in his career. So why in the hell did people think he was gonna come over here and just, what I'm saying, be the guy for us? No, ain't gonna happen. That's not who he is. Never been. Never been. Even coming out of South Carolina. Never did it. Never did it.
Yeah, because
I
even
knew it.
even at South Carolina, like you said, he had his moments, but the main thing, and I still say this to this day, man, Clowney made all his money. He made it the year that he came out in the draft. It wasn't a big offensive draft, but he
Hmm.
made his money. ESPN made that money for him with that lick he put on that boy.
That lick he put on that lick he put on that boy.
Yep.
And then let's don't, prototypical size,
Yeah.
strength,
Yep.
speed, everything like that, but he
Yep.
never lived up to the billing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
like that to be a dominant guy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. But like
You
you say, he's good complimentary. When you got a dominant edge on the other side of him, he can get off
hmm
now. He can
Yeah,
get off.
and
Yeah.
he showed that the different stops that he's been at. He
Yeah.
showed that.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know, right here going into your 13th year, Red, you're not gonna get. You know what I'm saying? You're not
Yeah.
gonna get that out of
Yeah.
Jadeveon
Yeah.
Clowney. So they're saying they wish they should have done that, but you was already us. We were already in a position to where we had to do what we had to do because we sent Burns to New York, because we did this, because we did that. We had to get him, Chase Young, and the other guy.
Oh, talking about that y'all brought in last year for visits?
That we brought in for visits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those were the guys that we had. It was three guys that was really like
Yep.
front runners that we
Yeah.
had to choose from.
And wasn't it
And
the
Clowney,
dude that the Texans signed from Minnesota?
man, no, not the
Not
Danielle
him?
Hunter. It was
Okay,
it, it
that's
was
what
a,
I
it
was
was
thinking
a, it was
of.
a, it was a, it was a journeyman. Not well, he was a good guy, and now he's a
Yeah.
journeyman in the league now. It was a
Gotcha.
veteran. You understand what
Gotcha.
I'm saying?
Gotcha.
It
Gotcha. Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
of Danielle Hunter's
Yeah.
caliber, but
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody know who I'm talking about. If y'all know who I'm talking about, put it in the chat. But
Yeah. I think I
those
remember
three
him.
those three top guys, three top um free agents was on the board,
Yeah.
and Clowney being the hometown guy, this and that. I think if I had, I'm not saying I know y'all in the chat, everybody listening, but they probably would have fared better getting Chase Young. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
He had a decent season, to be honest.
But you remember he had to go get the surgery and shit too, as
Yep.
well. Then we
Too
already
risky.
had
Yeah. Yeah.
DJ Wanham that was doing the same thing. So it was that we'd have signed every one of our guys that we signed wouldn't have been healthy. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
start the year,
Yeah.
Clowney was healthy, hometown got boom, brought him on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna cry if Clowney out the door. I mean,
How to go if they don't get fair compensation in a trade for him, how do you think Jadavion will act having this really, I guess just only thing he can offer the team would be some locker room veteran presence because them young boys y'all got, man. Let's just keep it 100, man. They ain't sitting you ain't gonna be able to keep them boys on the bench, man.
no, 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 no. Them boys ain't go. Them boys, man. Them boys like I read all year long. I've been saying the ratings that these guys had. You understand
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Yep.
these guys were in the high 80s, bro. Nick Scorton,
Go. This
you
draft
know,
was out of this world, bruh.
yeah. And you're talking
Defensive,
about,
this shit was out of this world, man.
yeah, you're talking young edge rushers, defensive ends that's sitting there second, bottom of the second, third round in the 80s. That's unheard of.
Unheard of.
Unheard of. Those are that's first round talent.
First round
So
talent right
therefore,
there.
they're starting. They're going to start for the Carolina
Yep.
Panthers. They
Yep.
starting.
Yep.
They're starting.
And elsewhere
And
around the league, shit, fucking Kobe Bryant fell to us as an undrafted.
yeah, yeah. And
Man, this draft was so loaded. I think this draft will be remembered in history for the defensive talent that came out in 2025, man.
I tried to tell people that, but see, now I was told that those were not gold jacket caliber guys. They were just a bunch of good players. If these guys' career, and I'm talking about the Kenneth Grants of the world, I'm talking about the 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 Abdul Carters and well, everybody want to say Mason Graham, but they know how I feel about Graham. He's weak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
Grant made him. But I'm
yeah.
talking about, and then I'm talking about some of those guys that went. Say hell, Cam. What is that? Cam, the
Jackson,
big lineman.
that
Yeah,
y'all
the
got?
Cam Jackson
Yeah,
that we got.
yep,
If this boy focuses, you know what I'm saying, keep his
yep.
weight where it needs to be, he's a monster. You
Damn
understand what I'm
sure
saying?
is.
He's a
Yep,
damn monster. The way
yep.
he moves, explosiveness at his weight. Oh my goodness. That'd have been just somebody Red would have took a chance on that boy in a regular draft, probably third round. You know what I'm saying?
You right.
When they
If
usually get
not the
them big
second,
nose,
go. If
if
not
not the
late
second,
second, you right.
if
Yeah.
not late second, because that's where you get big nose guards and stuff like
Yep.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Only thing say, I look at him and say, if he gets that nasty Donegan Sue about himself, you know what I'm saying? Big,
Ooh,
you
ooh.
know what I'm saying? Albert
Yeah.
Hainsworth
Yo.
type about himself. If he gets that nastiness about
Yeah.
himself,
Cause he
y'all
got
better
the
watch
makeup
out.
like them boys. He built up like them boys.
Now, what I'm trying to tell you, you
Ooh,
gotta
boy, you
watch out.
called the name then, Albert Haynesworth, boy.
Yeah,
Good
y'all
Lord
gotta
of
watch.
mercy.
You gotta watch out. When
Yep.
them boys get that nastiness in that
Mm,
middle,
mm, mm.
like that,
Yeah.
where they taking on them double teams, or and they starting to throw centers around and stuff like.
Yeah.
He shoots gaps, and he can shed the block. You know what I'm saying? But he's
Yeah.
got to get that rip. You know what I'm saying? To him, that maybe even a little spin. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you
So
know
he
what I'm
clean
saying?
that hole out and be
Yeah,
standing there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. But I've seen, you know, just on him being 6'5", you know what I'm saying? Damn near 400 pounds. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
mm.
He depends on that bull rush a lot, and then
Okay.
shed that block. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? He hits
Okay.
that mug, he ain't gonna drive you. You know what I'm saying? He drive you
Yeah.
back, Red. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah. Yeah.
average,
Yeah.
average 320 pound center or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He hit him.
I
Now
saw him.
he
I
not gonna be able
saw
to
him
do
at
that in the NFL to everybody. You know what
I
I'm saying?
saw him at Florida, just like a couple of times. Cause I'm always on the SEC network
Uh
throughout
huh.
the collegiate season on Saturdays, man, when we come together and talk football. Tell you
Yes, sir.
something, man. I was be honest with you, I was surprised the quickness that he moved. Hey, he quick like a cat goat.
The other
The
big
big
one,
big man,
the
yeah,
big boy, Watson over there.
yeah.
He was quick. I don't know if anybody took a chance on him. You know what I'm saying?
Goat.
Cause he was
Tampa
four
did.
plus. God damn it, motherfucker.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm hoping he proved to be sorry, because can get if that boy can get him 30 snaps a game, 20 snaps
you
a
you
game next to
you
Vita
seen him
Vea.
move too. You seen him move too, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Red. You see
go,
him?
go.
Okay, okay, okay.
And I was clowning Buck in the Discord, but I'm gonna tell you something.
Mm.
That ain't nothing to look forward to. That big
No,
motherfucker
cause
standing next
yeah,
to Vita Vea.
cause he's 6'5", 6'4", his damn self. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Yeah.
You get him in the 360s. You know what I'm saying? You get about 60 pounds off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he, like I said, he already can move. He can move.
Go if that boy get him 5 or 6 snaps in a series going down the field trying to stop an offense. Do you realize that offense can't do nothing against that but stretch the field wide? You will not get up the middle with him and Vita Vea.
No, no,
You
no,
will not.
no. And he's going. Imagine him opening it up for Vita. You see what I'm saying? Cause now you don't double team Vita. You see what
And
I'm saying?
Lord, that's a problem right there. If you
That's a
leave him
damn.
one on one with anybody in the
That's a
NFL.
that's a that's a problem. You see what I'm saying? That's a problem, Red.
Yeah, man.
And then
I
that
don't want
opens up
Buck
for
the
you.
Hills talking
Then
about
that
this because
then that opens up for White now. You know what I'm saying? The
yep,
linebackers.
yep,
See what I'm saying? See, that's the beauty of it, y'all. When you
yeah,
have that big nasty motherfucker in that middle.
yep,
That's what I kept telling y'all about a Mason Graham and a Kenneth Grant.
yep.
I kept telling them. Kenneth Grant opened
Complimentary
up for
goat.
Mason Graham.
Yep.
Been telling her
Complimentary.
all year. I watched. I just kept watching tape. Watching. I was like, yo, he's getting off because of this guy here. He's getting off, and this guy is able to shed double teams and make his and generate his own defense. You see what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
and
He would,
running running backs down, man. I
yeah,
said that boy Kenneth Grant is nasty, man.
yeah. I said, Kenneth, the guy.
Yep,
What is we talking about? But Mason got the push. Mason
yep,
got the push.
yep, yep.
They gonna y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Go don't know what the hell he talking about. You know what I'm saying? They gonna see. The average motherfucker say they don't give a fuck because we didn't get him. You know what I'm saying? When they say,
Yeah,
holler,
yeah, yeah,
Mason Graham, man, I
yeah,
hope
yeah,
Mason Graham fall to us. No, yeah,
yeah,
shit. We wouldn't have had too much of
yeah,
nothing if he'd have failed to us. We wouldn't have had too much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? We weren't going,
yeah.
I, here, it will take him the whole 3 years to manifest into what he's going to end up being in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
He's probably gonna
Fucking
be
pick.
I gave the Saints fans hell about Brian Brzee. Now we was looking for a
Brees
tackle.
better, though. Brees better.
Oh, ain't no doubt about it. He way
Brees
better.
better.
He way
Brees better
better.
coming out of
He way
Clemson.
better.
Brees was
Yeah,
better.
yeah,
Hell,
yeah, yep, yep,
no, Brees
yep.
better.
And I think even now, I think Bresee project better to the NFL even now. Listen, the
Yes,
problem
sir.
with Bresee with the Saints is, and I'll tell anybody this, the Saints had a dominating line when shit, I can't call his name now. If I could, I would. He was all defensive coordinator the year that we brought him over from the Saints with Caden Ellis and them. Then he left us when Raheem them came in and went down to Jacksonville and they fired him last year. But that dude was one that I would say was a hell of a position coach.
Mm-hmm.
He's a defensive line coach, hell of a position coach, man. But the coordinator position was just too much for him. But when you let him just go loose with tackles and edges on the defensive line, he's a genius. And Bresee didn't get a chance to play for that kid, that coach, man. Had Bresee had that coach another year when he was there at the Saints, that boy would have looked like Fisk and Verse did out there at the Rams, man.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, cause see, we got one, and y'all had one. They started recycling out those old guys, other than
Mm-hmm.
Cam Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
and they're getting younger. So I know people, and right here, we don't want to hear about it, but that'll be a dominant line, probably 2026. Those boys
Yeah.
are starting to come around.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You can look
Yeah.
at what they're doing over there with the offensive line and what they've drafted. They've
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
assed it up with the quarterback. This draft right here. But
Yeah.
they'll get another shot at it next year.
And
Are
go.
they?
I had been hearing them talk about it over there with John Barnes and some of them other ones on the Saints, man. They said they didn't want to. They didn't want to put the race thing on it,
Mm-hmm.
but they said ain't no way in the hell that Mickey Loomis and Gail
Benson.
Benson was gonna
Mm-hmm.
touch the door. They
Okay.
said that.
Well,
They
they got
said
the
that they
call like the rest of them got the call. You know what I'm
they
saying?
did go.
Not to
They
do
did.
it because
They
it's a,
did.
ironically the second team in the league that was on the board that should have
Yep.
got him in the first round ends up getting him in the fifth after
Exactly.
everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, yo, we're gonna teach you a lesson, and then you get him because you was gonna get him anyway. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
then go. It was
they
some
talk shit
stupid.
about Cleveland that they didn't want to go to Cleveland in the first place. You remember what
And
Deion said?
I heard the stupidest thing. Said something like Cleveland GM came back and said that they was high on Shadua the whole time. Listen, man, you don't just
Mhm.
shut up. You done drafted the boy
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah,
Let
yeah,
him
yeah.
come to
Yeah,
camp, man. How you
don't
gonna
try to
say
clean it
that
up.
when he was sitting there 3 or 4 times
Yeah,
before he came
yeah,
across the board? But he
yeah.
was high on your board
Yeah,
though.
don't try to clean it up, bro. You understand? Don't try to clean it
Everybody
up.
saw what happened.
Yeah, yeah, everybody seen what happened. You know what I'm saying? Slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
got drafted. Like Tom
Yep.
Brady called him. Tom Brady said, hey, bro, I called him. And it said, it doesn't look at me. You know what I'm saying? He got
Yep.
drafted in the sixth. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter where
Yep.
you get drafted at. You know what I'm saying?
And you
It's
know
just,
what, Go? You said it right. It was a league thing because Brady came out.
yeah.
They asked Brady about him, and Brady said he wasn't a part of the draft evaluation process.
Uh,
Now, listen, the greatest of all time. You mean to tell me he ain't had nothing to do to talk about? Well, let's bring him in the third round and just let him sit behind Gino and,
yeah.
man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. That was a call from the higher ups in the league.
Mm-hmm. He said, I know the guy. He said, I know the young man well. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
He called, went out his way to call him.
Yeah.
Everybody know, you know what I'm saying? He done worked out with him, all types of shit like that. And they didn't touch him. I mean,
Shador say
you
he
know what I'm
wearing the
saying?
number 12 because of Brady.
Yeah. And man, look, I gotta understand, man, what
It's a
happened that
business.
night.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
business.
eh, It's a business, and it was told to the rest of that league, yo, don't, this is what we're gonna do.
Yep.
Cleveland's gonna get them. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
They would have got them at two, but we're not letting them get them at two. We're gonna make them get them at such
Let
such.
him
You know what
sit.
I'm saying?
He gonna
Yeah,
sit.
yeah.
Yep.
Gotta be taken down a peg or two.
Yep.
So I mean, not even talking about Shador Sanders no more. And make it about that. We don't. We didn't get them. We don't have them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're
Right.
talking about. Q started the show about us in a trade with New York for Thibodeau, male linebacker or whatever package. I don't see it happening. It could because it looks like the Brian Burns situation. Looks like the Brian Burns situation for us, Red. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't see it happening. I think they're gonna take these young pieces, and that's what I would love to do. Take these young pieces, what we got, and build from the draft, like I always say.
So you think Dan Morgan trying to get some get back for the embarrassment that he suffered off of the Brian Burns trade?
Well, I don't think it was an embarrassment or a bad deal when you
No,
end
no,
up looking
Gold,
at
I'm
it
saying from
because
the perspective. I'm saying from the perspective of how they show what went down on Hard Knocks.
uh-huh.
Remember remember because I think y'all did a show on that where
Yeah,
you
I did quite.
showed
I did a couple shows on it and
yeah
tried to tell them.
yeah
But look, motherfuckers over here say they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? They
yeah
didn't. As I say, they didn't want to pay him. They don't care for him. You understand what I'm
yeah
saying? They don't care
yeah
for him. You know what I'm
yeah
saying? It's like he never ever played here. Now you gonna put yourself right back in that same situation. If
yeah
Thibodeau come over here, he'll be probably a 8, 9 sack guy because
yeah
once again, the offense is not going. The run is still going to be there unless we get them big boys
yeah
involved, like I was just talking about, and
yeah
just start throwing bodies at the line of scrimmage. Um, we don't have linebackers to support the run defense. You understand what I'm
right
saying? So that plays in very, very much so.
yeah
Um, what else can I, I'm just trying to give examples of
Yeah,
why
yeah,
and how we're still going to have bleeding. Might not be 3,000 yards, you know what I'm saying? A record, but we're still going to get ran on. Um, we're going to get exposed in our backfield, far as people lighten it up because we don't have the experience
in
at
the
those
middle.
edge rushers,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
and the backfield is going to get exposed.
yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
if I was a offensive coordinator and looking at us defensively, you know what I'm saying, watching the tape, this, that, the third, you know what I'm saying, it's easy to attack us. You understand what I'm saying? And
yeah.
then if I'm playing you defensively and you think you getting ready to sit here and run on me all day, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're gonna stop that shit.
Yeah, yeah,
So I mean, come on, man.
yeah,
Until you become a complete team and start playing ball like that, Red,
yeah, yeah,
you put yourself in that one-dimensional category.
yeah, yeah,
Once you hit that
yeah.
one-dimensional category, you know what I'm saying, you got problems.
They're gonna
And then they're
exploit
gonna
you
say,
then.
"What's going on, man? We got this guy, we got that guy, and we should be doing this." And then guess what you start doing? Just like we do. You be on Panthers podcast all the time. Start blaming
Yeah,
coordinators, right?
yeah,
The ever roles get blamed.
yeah,
The position coaches get fired. Then you know what I'm saying. After you fire all the damn coordinators and stuff, then who you look at next? Head coach.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Couple years down the line, y'all
yeah,
don't went through it. Y'all done been
yeah,
through it.
yeah. They
So
talking
there
about
you
it
go.
even now. They talking about it even
Yeah.
now. You know,
Well, I
shit.
mean they go not because, and it's because see, they talk about y'all. Y'all had lack of talent on the defense side of the ball. How the hell
Oh
you gonna
yeah,
blame Raheem? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Who just
yeah,
come in first year coach?
yeah,
But you got to blame somebody, right? Somebody got to be
yeah,
blamed. I don't give a fuck. Nobody's
yeah,
not gonna say, "Hey, look, man, this man is taking just like we say over here, put shit in the field."
yeah,
Q put the our roster up,
yeah,
and half of these guys we didn't even know after we was injury struck. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That
yeah, yeah,
end up
yeah,
starting on
yeah.
our defense.
Forced into
And
action.
you understand what I'm saying? So
Yep, yep.
therefore, how you gonna open your mouth? Everett got a gut. Everett ain't shit. No, the man, he plays a style just like his mentor, Big Banjo. You know what I'm saying? It's not very aggressive, this and that. If you have the right NFL coaches done said it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Offensive coordinators and all that done said it. It's a very hard defense to stop. I mean, you know what I'm saying? To put points up on and do this with, you know what I'm saying? If you have the right personnel.
personnel. Yep,
So
yep.
you just
That's the
seen it.
key.
You just seen it in the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Kick number 15, the best in the business right now. Kick his ass.
Yep, yep.
Gave him fits. But they got the right personnel over there.
And boy, they was on Patty ass, boy.
They got the right
They was on
personnel
him.
over there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For whatever scheme they talk about scheme, shit, when you got the right personnel, you could throw in the scheme that you need to throw out there.
And Vic don't blitz. Vic didn't have to blitz. Vic got the right personnel. How, man, if you play that damn Super Bowl over, how many times were they blitzing, Red? Boy, just
Not
in
at all.
position,
They got
getting.
all their pressure with the front four.
Thank you. Thank you. So motherfuckers over here thinking, you got to blitz. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yep,
You don't have to blitz like that. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
You don't have
yep.
to send this guy, send that guy. Go it's just like car racing. You know what I'm saying? Drag racing. If
Yeah.
anybody's in the drag racing. If you're trying to cut double O lights, you know what I'm saying? You got to live with your ass hitting that red light every now and again. You know what I'm saying? You got to live with that damn red light over again.
Okay.
So that's how the blitz is. You try to get it. Oh, sooner or later they're gonna say, okay, guess what we're gonna do? We're
Yeah.
gonna let you come start running these screens on your ass and shit like
Yep.
that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you heavy blitzing.
Yep.
I mean, there's ways, man, in football, man, to counteract, you know what I'm saying? Everything that
Yeah.
anybody does.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's what the new NFL is, man. It ain't just, you're gonna always see just because a team has a base set up, man,
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna strictly be no 3-4, no 4-3. You're gonna see
No.
variations of
Yeah.
the 4-2-6 or 4-2-5 or whatever it is,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
You
Yep.
gonna
Yep.
you gonna see different things these days, man.
Cause you know what I'm saying, you got a lot of these new innovative guys that take pieces and they done been here. They done been through the high school ranks,
There you
college
go.
ranks, and all type of
Yep.
shit like that. They've
Yep.
seen they seen different body types, you know what I'm saying, on players,
Yes.
and
Yes.
they
Yeah.
sit there and they fight. Some of them have become head coaches that come from a scouting background, and they
Yep.
see these different
Yep.
type of players and different things, and then they run, like you said, variations of these different defenses and stuff like that, and boom,
Yeah.
it becomes
Yeah.
household comment. You know
Yeah.
what they getting ready to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is. You got a lot of these guys, man, that get paid big bucks
Yeah.
to do this stuff, y'all.
You're right.
You know what
You're
I'm
right.
saying?
And
And
I mean, and go, wouldn't you? If somebody paying you $300,000 a year, man, listen, I'm gonna
mhm,
set myself
yeah,
apart as
yeah.
being an expert in my field.
Man, I've been looking. I ain't been engulfed in football right now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to decompress myself out of for this
Oh
for
yeah,
right
yeah,
now
yeah. I
after
know
the
you was
draft.
just getting back
But
from a little R&R.
yeah, but you got to think. Look at well, we've been seeing stuff all over YouTube, all over anywhere. With pictures of our guy. They're in the building right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's
Yep.
May.
Yep.
After after Memorial Weekend or whatever, they'll leave for about 2 months, a little over a month and a half or something like that.
Yep.
Uh, June and July. They coming back. Camp will start right there in
Ooh.
August sometime. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? You
Yep.
playing ball September. You feel me?
Yep.
In
Yep.
August, September. So
Yep.
these guys have about 2 months off. That's
And
all
that's
they
it.
do. Eat, sleep, shit, football. You understand what I'm saying? And
Yep.
like you just said, you get now we talking about coordinators
Yeah.
and other guys that position coaches and stuff like that getting paid just like you said, Red, on the upward $250 million.
Yeah.
In some places, depending on some coordinators. Same one we talk about over here, Evero. Evero
Yep.
he was one of the top paid coordinators
Yeah.
just year before last when he came
Yep.
in, when he came over here.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yeah.
and then a novice is gonna question what the fuck he doing.
Somebody
You
he
know what
don't
I'm
know
saying? 'Cause they
shit.
don't understand. Yeah,
That
a
man been doing this
armchair,
all his life,
anything.
man.
Yeah, and been successful at different stops. But all of a sudden, you come here after you gut his defense,
Yeah.
and he didn't have success. Oh, I wonder why.
Say the man
You
ain't
understand?
shit.
He
Right.
ain't shit. Now he can't coach. He ain't shit. He ain't aggressive. He this and that. You know what I mean? But I don't know,
Yeah, man.
man.
Q surprised me with that one where he talked about um your boy out in San Francisco that they was talking about trying to move him, man. That one don't make no sense whatsoever to me, man.
Who was that?
Williams from Georgia, from UGA, the edge that they just
Oh,
took,
okay.
man.
Okay.
Michael, yeah.
Uh huh.
He said there's a rumor out that they were talking about a swap and some other compensation to be involved in it. But that Q was mentioning that he saw some, I guess, a report where they were talking about taking Clowney off of y'all's hands and sending back Michael Williams. Now, to me, that don't make no sense at all. And that you
I
just
had
drafted
seen
the
that.
boy. He ain't even
Q,
been to camp yet.
yeah. Q would have to elaborate on that. I haven't seen that, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't see them doing. I don't. Something
Okay.
damn. I mean, Lord knows. You know what I'm saying? To do something like that, Red. I mean,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
You would have
yeah,
to.
yeah.
This boy must have did something or said, "Hell, I don't want to be over here." I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something toward that. If you just pick this guy, you know what I'm saying? No,
Yeah, he
buddy.
he 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 get off the airport and they found out he had a body in a suitcase. If you
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
get rid of
yeah.
him that soon, boy, shit.
That's what, yeah, yeah, something like that, something like that. That part, you know what I mean? No, man, or something, yeah. Or he just say,
Yeah,
man, I don't want to be out west. I've never been out this
yeah,
way in my life, or something like something,
yeah,
man. I want to go
yeah,
back to the
yeah,
south or something. I don't know,
yeah,
buddy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's the only thing I can see.
yeah,
So I don't want to play for you.
yeah. It would have to be that. It would have to be that, go.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you, man. I hadn't seen, but I hadn't seen that order. Like I
Yeah,
said,
I hadn't seen it.
you
I
would have
just
to.
I didn't know if you knew. I
Yeah,
know Q had
yeah. He
mentioned
had to
it
say where he
at
seen
the
that shit
top,
at.
but I didn't know
Yeah.
if you. Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I didn't. I don't know nothing about that one. You
yeah,
got me lost on that one there.
yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't. I was just asking, just asking.
But I like I said, man, I don't know, y'all guys. Everybody out there, it it's gonna be a very, very interesting season. We got a wide receiver room that you're gonna have to make some cuts in over here. You're gonna see some guys because I've seen some guys like a David Moore on our team
Yeah,
that's in the building right now in these OTAs and things like that. I don't see him making the team. You know what I mean? Said and
yeah,
then we do this every year where we go to camp and things like that, and we try to predict the cuts and who ain't gonna make it, who ain't. We sit here and
yeah,
we read the articles and we see, and somebody will go to camp and well, we ain't gonna be able to go to camp this year because they're not having open practice, like I said. But years prior, somebody take a video or something like that. You see, such and such made this spectacular catch, and this guy did this, but man, which we're not gonna have that this year. So we'll see what goes on when we start playing preseason games and what the buzz is coming out of camp. But
yeah,
I don't see
yeah.
a lot of these wide receivers that everybody think that's gonna make the team. We got a legacy guy that's going in, Musa Muhammad's son, and Musa Muhammad III, who was
Okay.
one of our legends. His son is
Mm.
coming to camp, and he may make a practice squad. You know what I'm saying? But we got
Yeah,
too many
yeah,
receivers right now. Red.
yeah.
Ain't
Y'all
but,
loaded in that. Y'all loaded in that room,
yeah,
man.
ain't but one ball,
Yeah.
and then we calling ourselves a run first team.
Run
We're
heavy.
gonna be.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
know that. I know this. And then you thinking all these damn receivers? Yeah, we increase the volume in our tight end room. You know what I'm saying? And what the tight end do? What do a good tight end do for you? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
He got
Right.
to have he got to have a couple licks at the ball. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what I
Yep.
told y'all about this top heavy offense
Yep.
because we wanted to be an offensive minded man. Said he was going to bring in an offensive minded coach. Y'all forgot about that. They forgot about that around here.
Yep.
And now when the defense started to suffer, everybody started crying about that. Well, you brought in an offensive minded coach.
Hey, go. I need to make a call real quick, man. I'm coming back though. I ain't going away. I just need to make a call
Okay.
real quick, bro.
So everybody you brought in an offensive minded coach. Now you that's gonna be this man. I don't think Canales is well rounded like that because I looked at Dave Canales' resume and I didn't see defense anywhere on his resume. So he's top heavy, like I said. Far as his perception of the game or the way he's gonna build his team if it's built in his image. if he has any say so, Dan Morgan said both of them sit down and look at this team to make them decisions. And you can tell it through the draft. Because I said, like, damn, Morgan, damn. Won't you go out there and get you a linebacker? Damn, Morgan, damn, you a defensive guy. Won't you go out there and do that? We pick more offensive players, y'all. Think about it. We pick more offensive players than we did defensive players, far as uh premier picks. Think about it. So I don't know. Q, you back? I don't know if he back yet, y'all. Thought I seen him on the screen. But like I said, I didn't start the show, y'all. I didn't have the topic. I'm just kind of running my mouth on freestyle. But look like everybody stepped away. I don't want to end it or do anything like that. And then he come back. He had the show going. But I like I said, I really didn't have the topic of where everything want to go. It's called Panthers linked to Giants linebacker. And we were originally talking about Kayvon Thibodeau, Giants edge rusher, outside linebacker, whatever you want to call it, potentially coming over here. If you link everything together, Joe Shane and Dan Morgan, friends, so-called friends, and have had dealings together, hey, you put two and two together, what you think? Be good.
What's going on, brother?
What's
You
going
hear
on
me?
there, my friend? Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I've been, like I said, I've been technically clueless about what's been going on. I'm talking about what the Panthers, who they drafted and stuff like that. But I heard when y'all said we supposed to be a run first team, but we still drafting weapons for some odd reason. When it comes down to it,
Yes, sir.
what do you
Still drafting
expect?
weapons.
Like, yeah. As a football, guy. What do I'm talking about the fans, not y'all. I'm talking about those, I'm talking about the fanboys. What do they expect for our offense to look like? Because technically, in my opinion, we had the right quarterback, it'd be a top three offense, top five. But what are they looking for, if I may ask? Like, are they just, my opinion, do they just want to prove Bryce is the guy while losing games? You know what I mean? Just to say, he's not the first. I mean, I don't know, go. What do you think the fan base is looking for with Bryce? That's the ultimate question.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say right here. Now, it's not Bryce Young is just garbage and this and that, which people hear me talk about him would think that that's what I'm gonna be portrayed as the guy who thinks that. I don't think he garbage and incapable of doing this and that. Like you don't get to the level where he's at. You know what I'm saying? By being garbage, he's limited. Be good. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's
That's
what me and you
my
agree on.
whole exactly. That's my whole stick on him. He's limited. That's why you got to bring in, just like you alluded to, all these players, all these playmakers, and all this stuff about him. You know what I'm saying? Nick Saban said it. This guy and that guy said it. We go back to modern day high school. You know what I'm saying? Did it? A lot of things was tailored around him. He had the playmakers. He had the people don't want to say the truth, tell the truth, and that's what it was. He was on good to great teams, and he existed in a lot of those instances behind those players. Jameer Gibbs, when he came in and caught all those, that's the reason why he got drafted because he would check down Charlie. You know what I'm saying? That year,
I
Bryce
agree,
Young
go.
was,
But
and
hey,
Jameer ended up getting
let
all
me
that
bring it
yak and
up too,
everything like
go.
that.
what's the point of having that guy be your QB? If more likely, you can't win the Super Bowl.
Well,
That's the main thing. Cause you remember
I
how I
mean,
said the 7 to 15 years. I'm looking like we about to do them Kyler Murray years without, the Pro Bowls. You know what I'm saying?
same thing. Same thing with him. Same thing with him. He not gonna get you to that dance like that. And our boy ain't gonna get us to that dance like that. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna continue to draft offense, offense, offense. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Hmm.
we've been talking about the defense side of the ball, and it's gonna be lot. The team is not gonna be complete like that. Be good. You look at the Eagles, who just won that thing. That's a complete team, man. On the offense side
Yeah,
of the ball,
and
the
they got
offensive
that.
line.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what
and
I'm saying? Team on the
they
defense
keep
side of the ball.
drafting the right guys too, and that's what kills.
Complete team can attack you in different ways. I mean, you just got to look at it, brother. And we're not going to be built like that over the long haul. You understand? We're just not
Mhm.
going to be built like that over the long haul.
And can I say this? Go. I believe in the other players. I just don't believe in the QB. That's what I'm saying. I believe the ceiling is only but so high with him. You know what I'm saying? I can understand if he was almost like a Jalen Hurts type of guy, but Jalen Hurts, people don't want to admit he brings different dynamics, especially with that tush push. He can throw the ball. I ain't gonna sit there and say consistently,
Oh,
but he
yeah.
can put that
Yeah,
team
yeah,
on his
yeah,
back
yeah, yeah,
from
yeah,
time to
yeah,
time when he needs the
yeah, yeah,
team, especially in the playoffs. He showed it twice
yeah.
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
What up,
Young
fellas?
Mello with $2 super chat, man. We trending for Thibodeau. Appreciate the content. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad move,
Um,
but Mello, man, we're gonna end up having to pay him, man. We're gonna be in the same
yeah,
situation, and then
yeah.
you're getting rid of a guy in Clowney who wasn't productive, who you're gonna have to pay. Now Thibodeau's gonna be productive, but you're gonna end up having to pay him. And I don't think they're gonna end up paying when they just signed two guys, and then what we got in Wanham. I don't think they're trying to pay these positions right now until
So,
or
so
have
why
a
would they be
big
interested in them goat? Like, why
it's
would they
just
be interested in trying to get them? Like that? That sounds. I mean, I get what you're saying. It don't make sense to go after somebody that you ain't gonna want to be, that you ain't gonna want to pay in the future.
that you're not gonna
But
you're
then
not
at
gonna
the
invest
same
in, yeah.
time, right? So, like, I don't understand the concept of what they're trying to do or the thought process because if you bring Thibodeau in, that means you ain't signing Bryce Young. To me, in my head, because they've
No, you're
already
gonna
said to
sign.
be determined.
They're gonna sign. They're gonna sign Bryce Young, bro. Don't. They're gonna sign Bryce Young. If
I
Bryce
mean, go.
Young
I don't.
does the numbers, if
Go
Bryce Young does the
if he
numbers
stinks
like
it
we were
up.
saying, if
If he
Bryce
stinks
Young
it
does
up,
the
he's
number
not
like
getting
we're
paid.
saying, I mean, how can he
I
pop?
mean, go. Go. I believe they'll sign if he
I mean,
goes for this 3,500
what?
yards. To be honest with
This my thing, go. Because Q said this last week. Even with what we had last year, if Joe Burrow's in that same situation, we could have went to the playoffs. But now that we've added another piece to this puzzle, I still don't have no faith in him doing anything with it.
But you just said, okay, I'm going to word what you just said. You said stank it up, right? You said if he
Hmm.
for him not to get signed, you know what I'm saying, sign a contract, he would have
Hmm.
to be playing like he did the first three games or the first two games, whatever it was, when he got benched. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He
Now,
more
don't
than
you have proof
likely
of that?
he's not gonna play. He's not gonna play like that.
So you believe in him then?
No, I'm just telling you, he doesn't have to do a. If you listen to what I'm saying, he doesn't have to do a lot to get signed. That's what I'm telling
you. You
y'all.
remember what was the podcast?
Okay,
I
I
forgot which
got you.
game I said. Remember when I said he only had to throw for like 180 something, maybe 200 yards, here and there, as long as
Yeah,
he got the offense. Not saying he's doing
but
too
go,
much.
but
He's just doing just enough. He's gonna get signed because they saying he's
that's it.
actually, yeah.
That's it. Just enough.
And
I
that's
mean,
why I
go
say that's
back,
the
man,
Kyler
and
Murray year.
look at the last. 5 years of number one picks. You understand what I'm saying? And look at that, and you know what I'm saying? Look at their numbers. So you telling me a number one pick, Pop? You're saying 3,800 yards, something like that, this and this. You know what I'm saying? Minimal numbers. Not like I just said earlier, vanilla type shit. Nothing jumping off the damn, popping off the page or anything like that. Minimal shit. That's what you're asking for, a number one overall draft pick, right? That's what you're
That's not what
telling
I'm
me.
asking. That's not
Okay,
what I'm asking
that's
at
what I'm.
all.
That's what they're asking. A number one. Oh, as long as he, you done heard motherfuckers say that. As long as he do this, as long as he don't do the, as long
Yeah, popping. I mean,
elementary
I
shit
agree
is
with your
what they saying they
assessment.
want him to do. Yeah,
Popping. That is you popping, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with what you're saying, 100%. I just think the fan
y'all
base,
boys, I'm gonna have to check
like I
in, man.
said, the minimum they just gonna do
Hey,
it. Like I said, the minimum 3,300
hey, Q,
yards,
if you
35.
got it,
I
y'all,
think he gets some.
if you can hear me, you know what I'm saying. I gotta check in for a second, but hold it down for a second, Pop. I gotta check in for a second.
For sure. I'll let Q know when he get back. I'm here. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Be good. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro, because I interrupted you last time. Go ahead, bro. I'm going to mute.
I'm just like, there's certain things that I'm just following. Like Brent Tiller said, because this whole offseason they've been trying to get him to spill the beans on Bryce Young, and he kept saying to be determined. It really, truly, to me,
Hello?
depends on how he play. Yeah, can you hear me?
Hey, bro, your stuff going in and out.
Oh, I'm breaking up.
Yeah,
Am I clear
now you
now?
good. Go ahead, bro.
I mean,
Go ahead.
I guess it just really boils down truly what he does. He can't have another year like he did last year and expect to get paid a whole bunch of money. Uh, and until I see it, then I'll believe it.
I got you, popping. I'm just thinking GOAT or maybe Hugh. I don't know. That if he throws for like say 185 here and there, a couple games he have like a 200, 230. I'm not saying it's consistent play. We'll say it's below average, but I think the fan base will say, see, he's getting better each year. And that'd be good enough for them to sign him. He may end up, let's just say, if he displays average 33, 3,500 yards, maybe 20, 21 touchdowns, but he run like, say, he has 5 to 6 rushing touchdowns. You know how they add all that stuff up
Right.
and say actually he played at like a Pro Bowl caliber type of, you know what I'm saying, year. But when you look at everybody else's numbers, you like, bro, he's still a low tier. He got all these weapons. He's really still not producing. But like I said, I just think the Carolina fan base, not y'all, but the other fan base, they'll think that's good enough for him to be signed. And that's why I feel
So
like Panthers are going through that whole Kyler Murray situation.
so let's stay with those stats that you just rang off. How much do you think he should get paid for those numbers?
Me, not shit. I'm not even gonna lie, popping, but I heard the market is like 50 million or something like that. Last time I heard. For me, if I'm hoping what the Panthers do, they say screw the market, like we ain't paying them that. You know what I'm saying? If they have any type of common sense, but the problem over there is when it comes to Bryce, we don't have common sense over here. So that's why I
Yeah.
believe when it comes down to it, he's gonna eventually get signed. It may be on some BS stuff, especially don't let CJ Stroud get signed. You know what I mean? Because I think they may, especially how Tepper feel towards Bryce, may end up, you know what I'm saying, trying to get that deal done, you know what I'm saying, sooner than they should be, instead of like least for me, like let's just say for me, if I was trying to be the businessman, I would like, look, we're gonna give him another year. We're gonna put him on the shift year option, then we'll see. You know what I'm saying when it comes down to it.
Yep.
Because
That's
I
what I agree
believe
with.
that's what.
Hmm
Good.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. I mean, be honest. If I was them, I would do what Jerry Jones did to Dak. Remember his first couple years in the league, where everybody was like paying. He like, nah, I want him to keep proving it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we know
Yep.
Dak was that guy, but I'm just saying he kept franchise tagging. If they did that to Bryce, at least I know, hey, for sure. Okay, is he consistent or is he not? I'm just saying if the Panthers was to do that, but I don't think they will. So
To me, that's the best plan. Straight up. I would sign Thibodeau. I pick up Bryce, 5th-year option if he plays decent after this year. But that's about it. He'll have to show me. He can't show me 1 year of consistency for me to be like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and give him a $180 million contract for the next 4 years. No, sir.
Yeah, I agree with you, Poppin, but it's just with him, he got sway. I mean, he got a number one wide receiver last year. He got one this year. His daddy said something last year. He said something this year for throwing the ball to him. Where was it? The YMCA or something like that, as I heard. You know what I mean? And he
Yeah.
ended up getting another wide receiver. The boy got, well, the man got, you know what I'm saying? He's got a voice in that locker room. Even, either we like it or not, but you can't sit there and deny it.
Yeah. Y'all hold on. Shout out to CJ.
I,
Did y'all ask super chat?
No, I just seen it
yeah,
just now.
CJ here. Yeah.
The
I
first
just
super.
put it up. I just got back.
Did you see the first super chat? Is what I'm saying.
Who was that? I just
I
put up
was
CJ here when I came in.
Young Mello. He said we trading for Kayvon Thibodeau. Appreciate the content.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah,
out.
yeah,
That's what's
yeah,
up.
yeah. I already read that
That's
one.
up,
Yeah.
Mello.
And then we heard the same shit when we got Deontay shaking my head. Shout out to him for that super chat, man. And then shout out to Panther
Yeah.
Theory for the 29 super sticker just now. We appreciate you for that, cuz. Great show over there.
No
Make sure
doubt.
y'all to his channel. Shout out to brother Elaine, always putting it down for the Panthers, man. Go over there and show some love.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think my
That
brother
cute.
Panther out
Oh,
right now. You know what I mean? It's a Panther theory, but he don't like talking about him like he used to. You know what I'm saying? I love my brother though. That's my brother though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
because
You
you know what I'm
can't blame.
saying. It's a lot of that going on in the community. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes man, it be a love hate relationship. With this
for
Panther
sure.
shit.
I think it's mostly hate over here because every time, like I said, y'all call something out, it went that way. Then people say y'all just have to have faith in the situation. When y'all sitting there saying this stuff ain't gonna add up, it don't add up, and they still come for y'all like y'all the problem. You get what I'm
They
saying?
don't. They
Like
don't
oh
never
yeah,
say.
like,
They
yeah,
don't
yeah.
never say black cat right.
I,
They don't never
I
say it, but they
appreciate
heard it here first.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I mean, damn,
And you can't
young
get your mic
Pharaoh. Yeah, I be good. I
good.
appreciate that
You
because
good,
I
brother?
mean,
You good, brother?
what he said though, Q was like we the damn problem. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I couldn't get it out. Like we the damn problem. If I sat there and told these niggas, hey, they gonna pick Tech McMillan, motherfucker, mad at me. Y'all see that? Hey, I won that damn Munyon. I won the Munyon by telling y'all. I told y'all.
Yeah, you got your
You,
money.
but
You
you,
got your money.
And
but you
y'all
mad
wrong.
at
Y'all took your
me.
own brother's money, especially you and Q. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying? Y'all took D'Angelo money.
hey, hey,
tired of trying to tell.
man. And now,
They got mine too.
tired of
Be
telling these
good.
niggas, man. Tired of telling these
I
niggas
see
be
you,
good.
Q. Q, didn't you win about like $500 off D'Angelo?
It was 350. Yeah, 350.
Man, that's close enough. You know what
Be
All
a
I'm
hard.
saying is, if they get Thibodeau in here, man, I do not see a Bryce Young contract. I see a 5th-year option pickup. I don't see a 4-year contract coming when they pick up Thibodeau.
saying? And Poppy, I hope if they
Well,
did do that, I'm hoping you right on that situation. I really do.
That's the
Cause
best way. That's the only way it's gonna make me happy. So I
he
gotta say
I
it.
mean, we can honestly say these last 2 years, he has done the absolute nothing when it comes down to getting
mm,
anything. I'm talking about Bryce Young, but yet people still support him
Lord,
somehow. I mean, I can literally say, what was the guy for the Raiders who had a rocket arm, but he didn't study anything for the Raiders? What was
Issue or
the guy
something.
from Jamarcus Russell? Jamarcus Russell.
oh,
He
Yeah.
did
Jamarcus
more
Russell.
than
Okay.
he did more than Bryce. I'm talking about when it comes to stats and stuff like that than Bryce. And you see what they did in him.
But think about it, y'all. Q, think about your front line, but added with Thibodeau on there. Oh My
It
goodness.
would be electric. I would love it.
Elite.
Elite of man, but the thing
Best
is,
best defensive line in the South for sure.
you're gonna have to give up something to get them now.
I'm
And
willing
what
to
would
give
that
up
what
2020.
now what would that be?
They're
And
gonna
like I said, Pop,
That
I'm still trying to wrap my head around, you know what I'm saying, your logic, Pop, by saying if you get Thibodeau, you're not signing Bryce. I'm not understanding what you're
because
saying.
what I'm saying, because logically and what history has shown us so far, you haven't had a full year of consistency. You've had 1 year of confusion. Everybody said, okay, excuse that. You
But
have
they're
a
saying it's
second
not his
year.
fault. If you
I
ask
know.
anybody, it's not his fault. So you
Was it
giving him
his
chance,
fault?
you still giving him chances. Then you come
Was
back
it
the
his?
next year and you say, no excuses. But then you come back and say and you start inventing excuses again. So you see
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
I
So
mean, my bad.
he
I think
definitely
my fault. Go ahead,
good.
brother. Go ahead.
He definitely has no room for excuses this year. Like there's none you can come up with
You
this year.
said
I don't
that
care what
last
nobody.
year though. You
Well,
said last
you
year.
know where I
Yeah,
stand at.
Papa.
You know where I
Can I
stand
say
at.
this right quick?
Go ahead, go ahead.
What you're saying. What you're saying. I do believe like what you're saying is logical. It makes sense, but when it comes to us, when do we ever do stuff like that that we should do but we don't? You know what I'm saying?
Right. It
That
wouldn't
just
make
never
any
did
sense.
anything.
It wouldn't
This
make
nigga
sense.
gonna have 9 lives, man. This nigga gonna have
But
9 lives,
think
man.
about it, go. All right, we remember we was having a whole discussion about J.C. Horn. You know, when he was available, he was what, a top five cornerback, top three. Okay, so he has room to say, okay, why I should get paid. We haven't gotten nothing like that from Bryce for him to get paid after this season.
So
And
you
if he
still talking
plays
about a
one
quarter.
good year, I understand that. That's
You
why,
still talking
in my
about a
mind.
quarterback. You still talking.
Yeah.
But
Still
And
let's
talking
support
let
about
what
me
I
ask
would
you,
give up for
quarterback
Papa,
Thibodeau.
position.
For Thibodeau,
Papa, can
I'll
I
give
ask
up
you? Do you think we would
2027
have?
first round pick.
Damn. Nah, I ain't doing that. I'm sorry on
2
Hey,
that.
years
hey,
from
Papa,
now.
can I ask you a question about that though? Do you think we would have signed J.C. Horn if we would have been able to got what's the wide receiver for the Steelers? Because I know we was
Nope.
gunning for him.
Nope. Nope.
You don't think we would have signed J.C. Horn?
They were never gonna let go of JC Horn, bro. Never.
No, no, no. I'm talking about when they tried to trade to get the wide receiver, not letting J.C. Horn go. I said,
And
do you think
Oh,
they
you
would have
talking about
signed
Adam?
J.C. Horn? The wide
You
receiver.
talking about
No, I'm talking about the wide
you talking
receiver.
about
We
Devontae
tried to
Adams?
trade for
You
him.
talking about Devontae?
No, no, no,
You talking
no,
about
not
Adams?
him. The one
Oh,
that
not Adams, not Adams, not Adams. Adams was
DK
good.
Metcalf. My fault. I'm not good with names. So
There,
DK, you
there,
remember
there.
because we tried to.
I don't be good. I don't think there would be anybody they would trade for DK Metcalf as far as player wise. That's supposed to be a star on our team.
No, no, no.
They
I'm
would not
saying
give.
at that time, I said, do you think we would have tried to sign Horn if we would have gotten DK? Because our names
Yes,
were in that
yes,
situation.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. I mean, I ain't gonna knock you. You believe it? Okay,
Yeah, they would
fair
have
enough.
signed. They would have signed. They would have signed J.C. Horn and they would have signed DK. But we probably wouldn't have all those free agencies. And on the defense, and that then our draft would probably look a lot different.
Of course, yeah. You wouldn't got Tech
Mm,
McMillan. I mean, of course.
Yeah, you
You'd
wouldn't
have got
have
an
got Ted
edge rusher
McMillan.
in the first. I
Yeah,
mean,
the draft would have been totally different. Yeah, but what because of
everything
I
what
would have
they
got
been
you.
did
I
in
was
free
different.
just
agency,
wondering
they
if
feel
If
they would
superior.
have signed.
if if you'd have went a free agent, you'd have got Milton Williams and DK Metcalf. Of course, it would have been different because
Yeah.
you'd have checked the boxes. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But because you did, I done had this show because you swung and you missed on DK. You get Tech McMillan. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to come back
Got
and you signed out Bobby Brown and what's his name Wharton from
you. I go. I
is his
was
name
just
Wharton?
simply saying on that
I don't know why I
situation,
keep.
if we would have got my fault. I go. I was just saying on that DK situation. Let's just say if we did get DK. I mean, I know the draft would have been different. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in general, if we would have got DK, do you think we still would have signed Horn? That's all. That's the only thing I was asking. Not like
Yeah,
the
well,
other
yeah,
picks and
yeah.
stuff like
I'm
that.
like this. I think yeah, I think you had to sign Horn because if if you get DK, once again you're addressing the offense again. You understand what I'm saying? And you still ain't doing shit for that defense. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
I
had
just
to
thought
sign
that
Horn
would have been like two
because
mega contracts though. That's why I was looking at. I just thought more. I mean, maybe it's me because I wasn't looking at the cap space. I just thought they would have signed the wide receiver and try to put what's called on a 5 year arch. But that's just me. I could be wrong on that situation. I ain't knocking y'all assessment.
Um, I know this is off subject, Q. I just want to hear your opinion and GOAT as well. It might sound like a dumb question, but I was just curious. Is is Hunter Renfro threatening white chocolate Thielen?
no, no,
What? What? Penny
no,
Packers?
no.
Fuck with
Because what I've been hearing in these streets, that's what they're trying to make it seem like.
niggas want to get rid of Adam Thielen now.
Who you hearing that from? Who you hearing this from?
Well, damn.
That's what people saying, man. A lot of people saying it.
Who you hearing this from?
They
Who you
said
hearing this from?
they wait for they saying that Hunter Renfro is going to be the replacement for when Thielen leaves after this year.
There you go. They don't want
Okay.
to. They come up with this crazy shit.
Now, Q, have you heard that? Tell me you ain't heard that somewhere.
I don't listen to a lot of that bullshit that's out there. Tell you the truth.
I
Cause
ain't say I
it,
listened to it. I said I heard it.
yeah.
Okay. First of all, this right here. You have okay. Tate McMillan
Mm-hmm.
and Xavier Leggett and Jalen Coker. You understand what I'm saying? Go around the league. Who in the league got 7 wide receivers? Come on, man. Let's use your head. Let's as a Panther fan or a football fan, let's use our head. You understand what I'm saying? Who got
Well,
what? You have an
go.
X, and usually you have
I'm
maybe
gonna say.
a second. Hold up now. You have an X, and you ask the question. I'm
Mm-hmm.
answering. You got an X, and you got a
You right. You right. Go
secondary
ahead. You
guy,
right.
and you usually have a slot man or some shit like that, and you usually have you know, a back that can come out the backfield and do work. We have all that. How in the hell y'all think we gonna keep getting all these goddamn wide receivers? You understand what I'm saying? Somebody got to fucking go at some point in time when these young boys start to move. And then
You right.
what we just talking
You right.
about, you gonna have to pay these niggas at some point in time. They gonna end up
Mm-hmm.
going because you can't pay everybody. You're not gonna pay everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So look down the road for one of them boys, Coca, goddamn Excel. Um, if McMillan emerges and becomes a star, the rest of them boys is expendable. I'm gonna tell y'all that off the rip. Because
Shout out.
look
For
at who we
for
talking
them a
about.
lot.
T. Higgins. T. Higgins. Why they were
Lamar.
gonna get rid of him? They can't pay everybody. They couldn't pay Burrow. They couldn't pay T. Higgins and Chase. You can't do it.
You can
Uh,
do it,
You
go.
got
I,
to go back in the
You can
draft.
do it.
yeah, I was about to tell go. I
Go.
think this is gonna
You
be the first year that they are gonna carry 7 wide receivers.
Okay.
Shout
But
out.
this
Only
is this
because
this
why?
is this.
Cause the
Oh my
niggas
bad.
is on. Cause
Go.
they own down.
No.
Cause they own motherfucking rookie deals.
Hold on. I'm gonna let Q read.
That's
Yeah, that's true too. That's true. But they're gonna count one as a special team ace. But he'll be a receiver though.
that's Horn and that's fucking Horn. Y'all
Yep.
ain't who they ain't even talking about. Jimmy.
Yeah. That's
Jimmy
gonna be
could
the
be
the,
emerged to
the
be our motherfucking deep bomb threat. What Jimmy might
should
look
be
like in 3 years. Huh?
right.
Man, come on,
My
man.
bad,
Stop
Q.
that shit.
I ain't mean to cut you off. But yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Fuck,
I can see it.
I ain't reading shit. Go ahead. Fuck the money. Fuck the money.
No. Go ahead, Q.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Q.
No, fuck the money. Fuck the money. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He said slap pop.
Hey, D'Angelo, was you saying something?
say what, big up?
You were saying something, wasn't
Oh no, I was just saying. No, Goat was saying you can't pay all the receivers. I was just saying yeah you can. You just gonna sacrifice that goddamn defense. You're gonna sacrifice. You can pay Bryce, and Ted,
Well,
and Excel. Your ass gonna
Okay, let's do
you
that.
gonna pay for
Okay
you
then.
gonna pay for
Yeah,
it on
let's
the
do
goddamn
that.
defense side of the ball. That's for damn sure. Just like
Okay.
Cincinnati.
Hey,
Yeah.
can I?
Let's do that
I,
then.
I wanted to ask y'all a
Okay.
question. I've been looking at Ted McMillan and stuff like that. So I see he's not slow, but I wouldn't say he's fast either. Doesn't it look like he kind of take a little second to get out of break? You know what I'm talking about, to get open and stuff like that. Um, isn't I mean, how you think the offense is gonna look? Like, are they gonna have to like kind of force feed on the ball? Because it look like we all
Y'all
got
hold tight. Y'all be
those same type of wide receivers again. I'm not saying he's like what
But,
you call, because I think he's better than like DK Metcalf. I mean D, you know what I'm talking about? Is they really
well,
get and stuff like that? But go ahead.
but let me say this be good because y'all know everybody know I wasn't a big tech guy. He's actually growing on me a little bit, but and it wasn't because I mean I would always say I don't. It's not because I thought he was trash or sorry. It's just I don't think he was. I don't think he was a top 10 receiver in most drafts. He wouldn't have been a top like last year. I don't think he would have been a top 10 receiver. It ain't because I don't think he's good, but he's not explosive. He ain't. You know what I'm saying? But what made me accept that was what they did, what the other picks they did, and then bringing in Jimmy because Pop and everybody know. I've been hollering about a damn wiry fast receiver that we
Yep.
don't have. So
I
Joe,
wanted that too.
yeah, Jimmy Horn is that receiver that makes me feel a lot better about that tip pick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not tripping on the tip pick due to the fact we did draft Jimmy Horn too. You know what I'm saying? So I think Jimmy Horn brings that element that we don't have. Tech was that element that we always had, the big, slow, fucking rangy ass receivers that we love to draft for some damn reason. You know what I'm saying? So, but here's the thing. I think the ceiling on the ceiling on Ted, I think could possibly be a AJ Green, and the floor
Hmm.
could be a fucking could be fucking what's your boy from Quentin Johnson with hands. I think he can catch better than Quentin Johnson. His
No,
floor could be
Quentin
Quentin
Johnson ain't
Johnson.
that good.
Still,
Quentin Johnson ain't that good. Oh yeah, I'm about to say Quentin
he
Johnson
not.
I
ain't
He
mean,
that
can I
good.
say this,
he not. He
D'Angelo? I
uh
think they all can flourish. They just don't really have the quarterback that they need. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to talk
Especially with
about
the
Bryce
who
Jimmy
Young right
Horn
now.
and stuff.
who don't have? You talking about Bryce? Oh, you talking about okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like meaning like
I don't
Jimmy
want to talk
Horn, you
about
said he's that fast guy and stuff like that. But my thing of it is, how's he gonna kind of get time, especially if Adam Thielen's still out there. I'm not saying he's not
Well,
gonna get time. You know what I'm saying? But it's
well,
like
I
Look,
think
I know he's a
I
threat,
don't
but
think I think here's the thing where we I think we're gonna start phasing Adam Thielen. I don't think Adam Thielen is gonna get a lot of burn like he normally has the last couple of years. I think Tech and
yeah,
Excel
he
are
gonna lose
gonna
some reps.
take. He gonna lose reps. Yeah, Adam Thielen's gonna lose reps this year. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Adam is gonna get a lot of those targets that he got in the last couple of years. I don't think he's gonna be
Hmm.
that safety blanket.
He ain't
That
gonna be
they're going.
featured. He ain't gonna be featured
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
right, right. They're
Hmm.
not gonna feature
I
him
still
like
think he's gonna be the slot though. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I agree with what y'all saying. Like they're gonna eventually phase him out, especially throughout the year. But I think like now
yeah.
he's definitely that slot guy. And with Horn
And,
and
and,
stuff like that, they can cut into
and I
his
think
reps and depending on how the season goes, like meaning even though
right.
you got that fast guy, you still need a quarterback to at least threat like you're gonna throw it out there. You get what I'm saying? We all know as a wide
Mm-hmm,
receiver, you don't want to be running no 9 route and he ain't seeing the ball at least one time. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
mm-hmm.
I mean, I mean, on paper and stuff, it looks right, but we just got to see if it actually works. And like I said, I
Well,
Hey,
don't
see,
D'Angelo.
blame the wide
me.
receivers. I blame the person who actually has to deliver the ball. You know what I'm saying? Because we all say he struggles with the deep ball. He has to
Now,
throw
D'Angelo.
with anticipation, like spot throwing, in my opinion, stuff like that. And the two wide receivers he's playing, X and Y, they're slow. I mean, not slow, but you know what I'm saying. They don't get open that fast. You know what I'm saying, like Adam Thielen or Jamie Horn could. So I believe when it comes down to the offense, a lot of people are expecting a lot, but I don't think it's going to jail like how they think it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? At least in the first half of the season, in my humble opinion.
Now, D'Angelo. I feel like Jimmy Horn is our Tank Dell.
Right. You know, I think that and I think I'm not big on that damn Hunter Renfro sign like a lot of people are, but I think I think they
They gassing it.
taking a shot, taking a crap shot. Yeah, they taking a crap shot on him. You know what I'm saying? Just to see, see what he got, see if he still got anything left in the tank. And I think if he does have anything left in the tank, you know what I'm saying, he could possibly, take, maybe take that Adam Thielen role, but not as much as Adam Thielen. You know what I'm saying? Once Adam Thielen leaves after this year, they could re-sign your boy Hunter if he shows anything. Because I don't even think it's a guarantee he can make the team. I think he's going to have to show something that make the team. I don't think it's a guarantee that he gonna make the team. You know what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
it's a good
Because
story.
see,
Hmm.
what you just said was 100% true, D'Angelo. Y'all got to understand. Look at what them signings was when you say, "Oh, I can pick up this guy, this guy, this guy." If they did that, if we can't get this guy in
Right.
free agency or in the draft, and you look at the moves that
Hmm.
they made and say, I hope y'all know they're not key. All these guys are not gonna make this team. They
Right.
ain't.
No,
Not
they're
gonna
not.
happen.
No. Right. Right.
Now I
And,
know.
and I
I know. Now go ahead, D'Angelo. My bad.
no. You go.
Hold
Ahead. You
on,
go. Ahead.
one
You
more
go. Ahead.
time.
I know. We're gonna be really excited coming up week. Uh, on the 14th because that's when the schedule drop.
Oh,
Um,
that's right. Yeah,
that's
it
that's gonna
does drop.
that's that's gonna say a lot. That's gonna say a lot. It's probably gonna be some more money thrown out there. I know Red somewhere flying around, probably in the comments somewhere. Yeah, it's gonna be some more money thrown and splashed around. So y'all stick tuned because y'all know
Hey,
it's gonna go down over here, especially when that
hey,
schedule drop. We're
Black
gonna
Cat.
break that shit down.
Y'all still gonna take my advice, right? If Bryce do bomb, I'm talking about like first couple games. You know how y'all played that Oregon music this time, last time, right? I want
Mhm.
y'all to play that Undertaker music this time. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you gotta talk to Maestro Q.
Uh,
Maestro Q
yeah,
got
you got
that
to talk.
queued up.
You got to talk to the Undertaker. You got to talk to the mortician. To the
I
You know what I'm
goddamn.
saying? Put the Undertaker music on.
ask it.
What you say, Q?
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
you
We
what you just said. I don't know what you
we
just
didn't hear
said.
what you just said though.
I had y'all boy casket sharp, man. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Oh boy. Yeah, you
But I
best
hope they
believe
do
it.
get Thibodeau. I hope they do.
Oh yeah, I did see that. So is that a real thing about us possibly bringing in Thibodeau?
Yeah, they actually talking about it. They talking with New York and they talking with San Fran. They trying to get Clowney the fuck up out of here. So they're trying to use him as a trade piece to try to make all this shit happen.
Who gonna take
So
him
what?
though?
What round would they
Who
have to
gonna
be?
take? Yeah, yeah. Who gonna take San Francisco? So we're trying to work a three team trade or something.
They trying to
Well,
get either one.
San Fran, they're trying to get somebody to pair with Bosa. And then on top of that, they were trying to get
Well,
Mikael
they got you.
Williams.
Well, they got your boy. That's why I'm about to say they drafted McHale.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The Panthers wanted Mikael.
Mm-hmm.
What you say?
Why
Damn,
they
that must be my.
had issues with his size, and Dan Moga came out and told everybody when he was sitting down with Thomas Davis, the biggest issue that they had with Jalen Walker was he was undersized, and they didn't want to make a move on that. And so now,
Mhm.
with that said, you trade talks with trying to get Kayvon Thibodeau in here, which him, Mikael, one of them boys, they want one of those guys that could come to pair with Scorton and Yumiyanin, because they looking at them boys as the future.
Wow.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I don't
Really?
for what they're doing. They're trying to get a rotational piece to have, because think about it. We were dead last in sacks last year. Year before
Right.
that, had 27 sacks, which was damn near at the bottom of the NFL anyway. So when you start
Mhm.
trying to get guys in here to try to get after the quarterback, you got two young boys, but then it wouldn't hurt to have a veteran come in that that can get double digits around here.
What about we got DJ? What about DJ? Well, I mean, because if we bring in
He's got
Thibodeau,
to
we're
he's
gonna
got
have
to
to pay
show
him.
out this year. DJ got to show out this year. He has to show. If
Yeah,
he
he
don't
do.
stay, he got to show out this year.
But y'all
Yeah,
know bring it. But y'all know Thibodeau ain't got no contract. So if we bring him in, we gonna have to sign him.
Yeah, that's why I'm about to ask y'all, would we have to pay? I mean, would the Panthers have to pay him?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
we got to
yeah,
pay. You got to pay
yeah. You got to
Thibodeau.
pay him.
I mean, I think it's worth it. How old is he? He ain't that old, is he? What is it,
Nah, he
like
ain't
24.
that
27,
old.
28?
About 25. 20, no, hell no, he ain't
25?
28. He's
Okay.
like,
24, I think.
No, I'm asking. I really don't know. I know who he is.
He's
I just didn't know
24.
his age.
He's 24 years
yeah,
old.
yeah, 24, 25. He's young.
Okay, yeah,
24,
yeah, son.
25.
Fucking listen, boy. Never mind. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Like
ahead.
your mic is like it's like it's going on and off.
Oh, we're going on and on.
Yeah,
Hmm?
yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what's
Oh,
wrong with your mic, Q.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
I mean, but what do y'all expect for the defense this year? I mean, with the young pieces and stuff, because I know it usually takes defense a little time to gel, especially like edge rushers. I mean, what are y'all expecting this year from the young guys, the drafted guys? I
20 or
mean,
better. 20 or better is what I want. 20 or better.
20 sacks, you saying? Pop?
20 ranked better or better.
Okay, okay.
that's a whole
I
lot.
think. Well, I
From
think we got to get
32,
that set.
yes.
I'm not happy with our secondary right now. I still think we need a damn free safety, and we need some more depth to that damn cornerback position, man. That goddamn Lathan Ransom. I hope we're not depending on him playing free safety. I hope
You
we're
got
not.
Demont. You got Demani. He gonna have to.
But
I mean, he played good last year.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
been in the system for 1 year.
But
I mean,
I wouldn't think they would depend on an undrafted rookie free agent from just a year ago. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. I mean,
they didn't
he
expect him
played
to play
good when
last
he did.
year, and he still got a pick, and he was
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
drafted.
yeah.
I mean,
Don't get me wrong. He played good, but I would think that they was. I don't know. Did he play that good to where they're comfortable with naming him the starter right now? You know what I'm saying? He played good, but did he play that good to where you
I
hey,
are?
mean,
Papa, can I ask you a
the
question
only
on
way
that?
to really answer that question is can Latham cover, or would you rather
I
have
don't.
Mulray covering?
I
And
don't.
they
I don't.
both box safeties.
They both box safeties, man. Lathan is slow as a motherfucker, man. He is slow. He'll hit your ass. Don't get
Okay.
me wrong. He can hit.
So y'all
He can.
saying the linebacker and the safety, I mean, yeah, safety and cornerback still need to be desired, right? They still kind of bad in that area. That's what y'all telling.
We don't have a free safety.
Yeah, we don't have a free safety, and other than Mike Jack and J.C. Horn, we don't have no depth in the corner, man. We got
Okay.
guys. I don't know who the hell
So
they
they
are. I
can
don't know.
still get shredded. It's just they just won't be able to run the ball like last year. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all tell.
I hope. I think
When I
I
say
definitely
run, I mean they won't be gashing like as
don't know.
bad
Yeah,
as
no,
last year. Like
I
it
don't.
won't be historically bad. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think so. No, no. I think we shored up the front seven. I think the front seven would be fine. I with a D line, I'll say that. I don't know about the linebackers. You know what I'm saying? But the D line will help the linebackers that we have. So I'm not too concerned about the front seven. It's that back end that I'm concerned about.
I got you.
It's free safety position that I'm concerned
I got you.
about. I'll
But
say.
you,
And,
what you
and,
saying? Teams can basically take advantage of that. Basically, they can carve up the defense just because, like you said, don't have a
Well,
good
well,
secondary and linebacker.
it's the fact that be good. We don't have any depth behind JC and Mike Jack. If one of those boys go down, we in trouble.
Well, we know one more likely to go down. Be honest with you,
That's
he
what
got
I'm
his
saying.
money now.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
But no, but what I'm saying though, be good. This is the thing. If you didn't sign J.C. Horn, just like D'Angelo just said, you don't have no depth behind him. Then what the fuck was you gonna do? Start a,
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
mean,
was fine
that would
with
have made
signing
you have
him. I just said it's
yeah.
simply he's in. I mean, I still think he's injury prone. You know what I mean? He's great, but I think every time he fall, you got to admit you all got a gas for air. Like, is he getting back up? You know what I
Mm,
mean? So I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
But
he's a great
if you
cornerback. It's just
my
like I said,
thing,
I just think he's he's gonna miss maybe five. You know what I'm saying? Seven. I gotta say 5 games at least each year.
Yeah.
Well, he
But
stayed healthy last year.
if you don't sign him, you don't bring him, you don't sign him, you don't bring him back, you don't, you know what I'm saying? No JC Horn on the Carolina Panthers team. What is your options?
Right.
They didn't have too many
You see what I'm
options
saying?
on
Yeah.
it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not knocking it, but you know
Exactly.
when you can say when the depths and stuff like that. When you tell me J.C. Horn and the other guy, man, I like. Damn, I look at J.C. Horn's injury history. You can't sit there and say in the back of your mind you ain't thinking about that either. You know what I'm saying? That's
Hmm.
all I'm saying on that situation.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Hey,
not. Yeah.
D'Angelo,
I
was
mean,
there anybody in the undrafted free agency that you seen that you might liked as far as the corners and the safeties that they brought in from the undrafted free agency?
you know what? I haven't really looked at him. I haven't really looked at him. The dude, I seen the dude, Mike Reed. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really looked at him play, but just looking at it, y'all, y'all know how crazy I am. I don't like the way. I don't like him with them damn that tape. A DB with motherfucking elbow tape is a fucking no. Right? But I ain't even want to look at his fucking
D'Angelo,
film.
let me ask you about that.
Oh
Why do
man.
you,
Huh?
a person got to look good in the uniform for you to think he's like, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't, they
Tell me
ain't,
what's the
they ain't,
method to your
that
It's
madness,
a
if I
football
may
thing.
ask?
man. I just me and a lot of my homeboys that I played ball with coming up, man. We took that shit serious, man. And a lot of times, dog, the dudes that just put their uniform on, they weren't good. Not all the time. Not all. Don't get me wrong. But we always
Yeah.
looked at that shit. So it's just something that I do. You know what I'm saying? It
I
don't
got. I ain't
necessarily
knocking, bro. You said you was
make
all
you look.
state, right? So hey, you must have been doing something right. You when you used to play. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was just
But I
wondering,
mean,
like,
Well,
yeah,
what's your method? That's why I say
he going
method
by
to your
like
madness.
Deion Sanders say, if you look good,
right,
you
right.
play
You
good,
look
they
good, you
pay
play
good.
good. Right,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
look good,
yeah.
you play good. You know what I'm saying? And especially when you play a skill position. You play
I mean, I
DB.
got you, but sometimes it's like when I even see players like that, I'm like, oh, you don't want to get dirty. I'm gonna make, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make life hell for you every time. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to have you in there dirt. You
But
know, like, you know
always,
what I'm saying?
D'Angelo, that don't you. I've seen motherfuckers now. They don't come all the time. You be like,
They
damn,
don't.
that
It
nigga
don't.
that
No,
don't
it
even
don't.
look like he can
Yeah,
play. And then
that,
it be like,
right.
God
And that
damn, that
motherfucker
nigga
be
the truth.
yeah, that motherfucker
You know
play.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's always exception now. I'm gonna say it ain't
yeah. It's
always
always
the case.
exception to the rule. Yeah.
It ain't always the case now. Now I done seen some motherfuckers that don't give a fuck come
Don't.
out there like looking like a junkyard dog, but the motherfuckers can play. You know what I'm
Uh.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just but see, playing DB, you just got a different mentality. DBs and
Yeah. I
receivers
feel you. I feel
got
you. I feel you.
Mature.
got different mentalities than everybody else. You know what
I
I'm saying?
played DB in high school, bro. I mean, I didn't technically like playing football, to be honest, but I did it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that it's just something that I've always had in me. You know what I'm saying. I always look at that. You know, and I'm not. It's not right all the time. It ain't. You know what I'm saying. It's just something that I can't
Ain't,
goddamn have
ain't
it that I
nothing
can't
wrong with
break.
that,
But
D'Angelo,
to
being
see
the
a
fashion police sometime. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I got your
But to
Certain
D'Angelo.
see
It's
it,
things
certain
don't
players
go
you just
together.
know he can
Certain things
ball. You
don't go
just know
together.
it, right? It's like you can sense it in there. He fast. He can play. You just know, right?
But I'm gonna tell y'all another the reason why Clowney is such a big conversation too that's been thrown out there is that he's asking for more money, but he didn't hit his incentives.
Hmm.
Oh,
oh, he
So
is. Oh, that's
yeah,
what it is. He asked for more money.
if we're asking for more money and he ain't hit all the incentives last year from contractually wise to what they ask him. So how you gonna ask for more money
So that
and you didn't hit all your incentives?
and
So now
you
he
ain't
been a
right. You ain't
disgruntled he been a disgruntled player. They're like, all right, well we'll ship you off. Because if he would have just stayed
that's what.
quiet and
Oh,
just went on with the program, this ain't just come out of
okay.
nowhere. Wow, you think
Oh,
about it.
okay. I knew it was something. I
And
knew it was weird. Like, damn, why they want to get rid of Clowney? You know what I'm saying?
it's
Okay,
because
that's what it is.
Clowney
Okay.
want more money.
Okay, Pop. That makes sense. Okay, all right. I didn't know
So
that. Mm,
he probably looking like, well, man, y'all gave Thielen more money. He missed like 8 games. Well, you ain't Thielen.
right.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Thielen got the money on past success. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He got the
And
money
Right.
on
on that,
Right.
past success. And
he the leader of the wide
once
receiver room.
again, I go back to what you what you keep saying, Pop, about the if this guy got the what you call him, Bryce ain't getting the motherfucker. See, that's the reason why Thielen got the contract because he was Bryce safety blanket. You understand what I'm saying? This team and the way they thinking, the way they looking at it now, it is all on the success of Bryce Young. That's the one thing that is gonna play devil's advocate to everything that is done from here going forward. The coach was brought in for Bryce
You're
Young.
absolutely right. You're
Wide
absolutely right.
receivers drafted for Bryce Young. Lineman was paid highest fucking line in the league for Bryce Young.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
What more can you do? If that's what I'm that goat. That's what we've been saying. I know you saying it too without saying it. There ain't no excuses.
Ain't no excuses. No
There ain't
Yeah, I
signing.
none.
think
Last
they're
year,
gonna find one. They're gonna find
hashtag no
one.
excuses.
Yeah.
This
They're
year,
gonna
But
find
ain't
one.
no excuses.
if he does minimal, the absolute basic, he is getting signed. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
I don't know, go. I don't. The absolute minimum you think they gonna sign?
Absolute
I think
minimum,
so.
D'Angelo.
I don't
I
want to
think
bet
we
against
go for
Goat because Goat
187
been
yards
Goat
and
been
we
on fire
winning
on his
next time.
prediction. And
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm
okay,
saying. I'm not.
what?
That's why look, Pop. That's why I ain't even arguing with him. Pop, I ain't even arguing with
nah,
Go. I ain't
yeah,
even
nah.
arguing with you. I ain't. If a Go say, if he say they gonna sign him, but goddamn it, they okay. I ain't finna argue with him.
I ain't about to
But it
Okay,
argue with
is
okay.
Goat because
You go back last 5 years. Number one draft pick. What they
Ghostradamus.
numbers?
I'm not arguing with Ghostradamus.
Yeah, what they numbers been? You understand what I'm saying? He is a number one draft pick who ain't even doing the absolute minimum. If you
Yeah.
get the absolute minimum out this nigga, cause they have done showed you and they done proved, man, we picked this dude number one. We invested a lot in this guy. We're gonna try to make it work. What we've
okay.
been saying the whole time: square fucking peg in a round hole. They gonna
So
jam that bitch, hit that motherfucker with a sledgehammer, hit that whatever.
let me ask you this, Goat. What you think their expectations? Not you. What do you think their expectations for the record this year? What do you think their expectation is?
Oh shit, they want. I mean, of course, I would think they want to win. They want to win the division. They want to go to the
Division.
playoffs. I mean, yeah. Come on,
No,
man.
no, no. I
Okay,
think I, Pop,
so
I think Pop asked you to go. What's their expectations for Bryce? To I guess to get that contract. Is that what you're asking? Pop?
yeah, that too. It's all in one, all inclusive. Yep.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
say
Well, that's what I'm
33,
saying. What,
3500.
what I'm trying to tell you, Pop. Like I said, yeah, 3,500 yards, which ain't shit when you really look at
So
it for
what's
a
the safe
number for
what's the
a
safe
number.
number? 7? He's safe if we get 7 wins this year.
But Pop,
Would you
listen
say
what I'm
that?
saying. That's not shit for a number one overall. Hell, them rookies is doing that out the
I know.
box.
I know that. I didn't want him. I know that, but I'm just saying
I'm
for him
understanding
to
you, but
get.
you keep what I'm saying. You keep asking me the same question. Really, you know what I'm saying?
My
When I
bad,
just
Goat.
told you absolute minimum. You got hell. How many games Caleb win this year? How many games CJ? You know what I'm saying? But
5.
it ain't even no goddamn comparison to CJ no more. CJ done walked so far off from this
Oh
nigga. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
he done lapped
I'm
him
with
I
I'm with.
don't let the Bryce
twice.
Well,
supporters
I
tell you
don't, man.
they tell you
I don't
Bryce
give a
better than
fuck about
CJ.
them.
They
Okay.
tell you Bryce
Yeah,
better than
that's
CJ.
what they say. Hey,
I
how
On
many
think.
what
I
rushing
think.
touchdowns did CJ Stroud have, if I may ask?
on
Did
what
he have any?
alternative
I don't
world?
know. I
On
don't
what
know. I don't.
alternative world? On
And
what?
I be on
Say
I be
they
on
must
social
be
media
watching the
platforms
goddamn.
and
Yeah,
folks
they
be
must be
claiming
watching
that he ran out Bryce better than
the
CJ.
the, the, the Marvel universe. On what alternative
They
world?
say that D'Angelo ain't lying. That's what they said. They said Bryce Young
Okay.
played better, higher, especially at the end of the season,
Okay.
like that playoff
When
game
it
Yeah.
don't
happened.
count.
Okay.
When it don't count.
Okay. Yeah. Did he go to the playoffs? Be good. Did he go to the
Nope.
playoffs?
Nope.
You know he
CJ
didn't.
did.
You know he didn't.
CJ did.
And
So how the
like
fuck can you
when
play better
people,
than a quarterback that went to the playoffs?
I mean, we
Huh?
know it. Like CJ didn't have a line, and all his wide receivers was hurt, and he
Come on,
still won.
man.
You know what I mean? Was putting up numbers. You know what I mean? So I
D'Angelo,
mean, I
all
just
I'm
let
saying is, bro.
them fans have it.
When
I,
and
I, I,
when we start judging a season on the last 5 games or the last 2 or 3 games.
Shit.
When
Carolina
we
Let
start
them
Panthers,
doing
just
that.
like last year
on
when
the
they
Tampa
started
game.
saying that separation. I'm talking about the
them
wide
Bryce
receiver
Pop
separation.
shit. Them Bryce Pop the Bryce apologies. the PPP train. PPP, try that
D'Angelo,
train.
you know what they calling us, man? They calling us the
What's that?
morale fan club now.
Okay.
Ain't that
Morale
crazy?
fan club. Wow.
Yeah, because if we would have did this, we would have been there. If we would have did that, we the morale fan club right now. That is so. You know how bottom.
Bottom
That's bottom
that's
feeder
yeah,
attitude
that's
as a
terrible.
fan club. Don't
That's
nobody
fucking
else do
terrible.
that.
We the only yeah,
straight.
we the only fan base to do that shit. That accept mediocrity.
We'll forget half the season and go to the once again.
How you said, D'Angelo? What a fool. What a
What
fool.
a fool.
I mean, it
What a
just
fool.
shows. Can I say this? It just shows them people who said stuff like that that never played sports. Can we say that?
Now what a
People
fool.
who talk
What a
like that
fool.
never played sports.
Man, I don't.
You
Man,
say
it's
what,
not
big
even
good?
Because
that.
anybody who would talk like that, you know what I'm saying? You, especially in the locker room, you'll get slapped. You know what I'm saying?
If
Right,
if
You don't
if
talk
right,
your
like that in a
expectation,
locker room.
if
right,
their
right. You right,
expectations
big
is
good.
not go to the playoffs or somebody got to
Yeah.
go, then I'm gonna lose a lot of respect.
I was more of a basketball guy. I remember like if I would have had like a good scoring game and stuff like that, and I lost, and people, I went, bro, oh, I scored this many points and lost. I always used to say I didn't do enough. You know
Big
what I mean?
good.
They're like, somebody would tell me, you scored 20 something points. I was like, well, I didn't score enough to win, did I? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like,
That's
for
the
me, I
competitor
just
in
hate
you,
losing.
though. Be good. That's the competitor in you. That's the
Yeah.
competitor.
Right.
But then, but the apologists gonna say, well,
Hmm
if he had a better this, and if he had, you know what I'm saying? That's bullshit, man.
If he was
That's the
tall,
that's the
he
the
was.
feeling
Cause
the
yeah,
feeling the feeling fan club. The feelings,
they ain't no perfect team. I mean, and it damn sure
the
take a minute
emotional.
to build a perfect team, man. So I mean, you got to elevate a team. Somebody got to
Yeah.
play
Their
at some
expectations
point in time.
gotta be playoff goat or you somebody gotta go. That's
Yeah.
it. If it ain't that, it ain't nothing at all. Now I'm not saying we're going to the
I'm
playoffs because
just,
my prediction
I hate to
I ain't
bring
even seen
this
the
up.
record. I ain't even seen the schedule yet, but my record is 7 wins.
7 wins. Okay.
That's
But
all I see.
I'm scared the Panthers really gonna go through that. You know how I always said that 7 to 15 year process. Because I believe that's how Bryce and you have to stay with them for another like 35 years, realizing they made a mistake, then start over because you don't want to really, resign the players what I'm saying, you got now. I just don't want to see the Panthers, what I'm saying, go through that. You know what I'm saying? I got a feeling that's gonna be the case.
Mm, 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 mm.
Hey Jalen, let me ask you because I know you be on top of things. Who you seen outside the wide receivers? 'Cause I know me and you locked in when it comes to wide receivers that we got in undrafted free agents. What about these corners and these safeties that we got? I love the linebacker, but who else you think that
Oh yeah. I just want to piggyback on. I love that linebacker. Bam, dude. Bam.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bam?
Yeah, man.
I
He
like
Bam
gonna
Bam.
make
is.
it. He
Yeah, I
gonna make
like
it.
him. I like him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Bam
like
is.
Sarah
Bam.
listen, you probably
And I
gone.
like the
Wooten, you
the
probably
receiver
gone.
from Miami. I like the little receiver from
Okay,
Miami.
okay.
Jacob,
Check this out.
Kobe George. That's
Check,
his,
check,
yeah.
check,
Yeah,
check this
Jacob
out.
Short. Yeah. Mm.
Let me ask you. Okay, so let me throw this scenario at y'all. Okay,
All right.
like I said, Bam. Okay, let's talk about Bam at linebacker. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Uh huh.
with him being an undrafted free agent, right?
Mm.
What is he missing in his game not to get drafted? Because okay, if you're
Ooh.
saying I'm an undrafted free agent, you understand what I'm saying? You're missing something. So I'm bringing you in
He
as a
can't
prospect.
cover.
Coverage,
He can't
yep,
cover.
yep.
Can't cover.
Oh,
Yeah, me and
He
yeah.
D'Angelo on
can't
it.
cover.
Coverage.
Yeah, he
He's a
can't
middle
cover.
linebacker.
But he can fill the
So
goddamn gap, and he's a thumper. That motherfucker. He a
yeah.
thumper. I like
So
that. Like he a thumper.
in today's NFL, D'Angelo, talking to you
Yeah. Hmm.
as a linebacker right now, because back in the day, you didn't have to cover like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
As a linebacker,
Right. Right.
you might have to, you cover up a tight end here and there, this and that. But you know what I'm saying? You got these dynamic
Hmm.
slot receivers and the way innovative offense and stuff like that. They're going to put you in situations where your linebacker is going to have to cover. And then
Right.
now you telling, and then you got so much tape and so many angles and shit. If I see a guy out there that can't cover, and I done looked at your team and evaluate your team, and I get a mixed match like that, guess
Oh
what?
yeah, yeah.
I'm
I'm
gonna burn
exploring
his
that shit
ass the
all
fuck
day.
Yeah,
up.
I'm expose them.
About
Yeah.
to
Yeah, I'm expose them.
So
exploit
you
the
see what
shit
I'm
out of
saying?
it.
So
Yeah.
how long does it take, or will he ever get starter or needle mover cover skills? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the questions that you have to ask
Mhm.
Hmm.
when you start to evaluate these guys, and you say, is this guy gonna make the team? Is he gonna be a practice squad guy? Is he gonna be, you know what I'm saying, round off
Yeah.
that the roster or something like that?
Mhm.
Even though we say, we like these guys and this and that, you know what I'm saying? But you can't put but so many on the field, and you can't put but so many in uniform.
Right.
Yeah, with him, I think. I mean, of course, he's gonna have to work his way up to the ladder, especially getting used to the defensive scheme. I do think he has a lot of good attributes. The cover skill, I mean, he can get better at that. Yeah,
You
ain't
get
nobody
better. Yeah.
perfect.
You, yeah.
He
Yeah.
can
You
get
get
better. He's not a
better. You
Hmm.
get
slow linebacker.
Uh-uh.
He just need to work on it. So I
Hmm.
mean, give him a year or two. Give him 2 years. You know what I'm saying? He could possibly fill in that Josie Jewell spot right there beside
But
Trevor
see
Wallace.
that to stick him around like that, Pop, they will have to. Somebody is gonna have to like him and see something in him. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
hard to get in as a UDFA, bo.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It
definitely.
is.
But
Somebody
but
has
we
to go
sleep
to bat for
at
your ass.
linebacker
You
though.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But go,
Yeah.
we ain't got linebackers.
Get that
But
way. Yeah. Right. That's what
We ain't
I'm
got no.
I'm just
We
telling you
ain't.
though, part of the process. I'm
Yeah,
just
you
telling
right.
you the
No, you
process.
right. You right. You right.
That's
You
all
right.
I'm
You
telling
right.
you,
we
the
ain't got
process.
no.
You
We
right.
ain't got no elite round linebackers though. Go. We don't.
You don't.
I
Hmm.
mean, hell, Trevor Wallace is the best goddamn middle linebacker we got right now. The best out of all the middle linebackers we got. Trevor Wallace is the best one we got right now.
Hmm.
If you ask me, some people might
Yeah,
say Josie
I
too.
agree.
I'm gonna say Trevor Wallace.
Yeah. But see, when I start evaluating shit, because I start cutting motherfuckers because of business, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker gonna say, I'm cold hearted, I'm hard or whatever. But that's just the fact of the matter. That's just the business. You know what I'm saying?
Now that's the
That's
best
just the
way to look at
business.
it. Think about it,
Yeah.
Goat, because when you said that, that's the best way to look at it. The only thing that I agree with D'Angelo with is that room ain't a hard room. That ain't the most competitive room we got. That wide receiver room, the most competitive room, which is
Man,
sad to say. But
man.
all
Mm-hmm.
these other rooms, some of these guys are just gonna luck up and get in there because they ain't really competing against nobody.
Mm.
It's whoever the best come out. Hey, you got the job. Like we were talking about the corner room, the safety room. There ain't no competition back there.
Cause you go to the defense. You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
right. You go. That's what I said.
you
It's gonna
know,
take you about 2 drafts to fix the defense completely.
to replenish them rooms.
I'm hoping. Well, I'm hoping they bring in Blackness. Somebody got to sign Blackness. Somebody got to sign Justin Blackness. So, shit, he gonna sign somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So maybe
if we cut, what's his name?
Clowney.
Clowney.
Yeah.
You might be able to lock what's the name in
And,
for 1 year, Blackman
and
for
that
one
might be
year.
what they're trying to do to free up some money to be able to sign him. I guess that may be what they're trying to do.
Cause see,
So they could.
Clowney bold enough to not play. He bold enough to not play. Like he bold
Yeah,
enough to
he
be like,
is.
nah, I ain't gonna play. I'm
Yeah.
a veteran. I ain't shoot. I don't become to practice. He
Right.
bold enough to not even. He bold
And
enough
then
to
he
do
right
that.
down the street from the house too. He shit.
I mean, when you drafted those two guys draft night, Clowney was damn near. I mean, you still got God damn it, what's his name? Come from Virginia Tech, Bono,
He
and all
gone.
them guys
You
like
know he
that
gone.
who was odd man out. You know what I'm saying? You knew them niggas. Them
Mm-hmm.
niggas was odd man out.
Well,
But
Right.
I don't know.
Clowney is.
Barno could make the team just because special team. You know, Barno could make the team. I ain't gonna
If
say
okay,
Barno out.
if Javion Clowney was gonna act right, you understand what I'm saying? But you got to listen to his interview where he said, "Well, he ain't worried about. See, he signed 2 years. He ain't worried about 2 years. See, what really he ain't saying he want more money. What he want is is a different contract where he gets another year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Which is gonna be more money, of course. But you know what I'm saying? He wants the extension for another year just to hang around this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Cause
Mm-hmm.
he know. Think about it. When we offered him we gave him up to 10 million with the incentive. It's like 8 million with the incentive. Where else he gonna get that at?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
No fuck.
Okay. See,
And
he trying to
he didn't even
what
get
he
all
trying
that.
to do is get. There you go. He was trying to get another year. That's what he
Right.
trying to
Yeah.
do.
You right
Yeah.
though.
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nobody broke this down
Somebody else
like
will get him for like the 5 or 6 million or some shit like
The
that. You know what I'm saying? And
vet
then just
minimum.
like y'all
Motherfucker get
said,
for vet minimum.
yeah. Now then you might got to carry your ass back out west somewhere, carry somewhere else. Like y'all said, he right down the road from the house.
Yeah.
Right now he loving this. He just
Yeah.
he
Right.
want another year.
Right.
and
Another year.
what's
Goddamn.
crazy.
Another year.
They
Another year security shit. Yeah. Yeah. He
Yeah,
got there.
exactly, D'Angelo. Exactly. But
Shit.
see,
And he could
they
go.
like
He
y'all
could
say,
ride out on his fucking on his pony
yeah,
in another year too.
yeah. The
Yeah,
whole
which I
thing
don't
about the
understand, bro.
trade that,
You about to get paid all this money. What he signed a 2-year contract for what 21 million for 2 years, somewhere like that.
but
Man, you
with incentives though, with incentives.
with incentive, yeah,
It's
with
more like
incentive,
six. Yeah, it's more like 16 guaranteed.
16,
But you know what I'm saying?
right?
Yeah, with the
But
incentives, you know what
you
I'm saying?
can
They come out
actually
about
be
21.
effective like you was previously on other teams when you weren't the main guy. Just play your part, my guy. Just play your part.
But that room deep now though. That goddamn is deep.
It's
It's
crowded,
crowded. That be crowded.
bro.
Shit.
I didn't want Clowney in the first place. Personally, I
I
don't know if
didn't
any of
either.
y'all remember.
I
I don't
didn't
know if
want him
anybody
either.
y'all remember. I didn't want Clowney.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't want him either. You ain't the only one, Pop. I would. I didn't
But
want
if
him either.
Clowney leaves, somehow Clowney leave, let's say we cut him, we get 7 million. That's the only way I see Bono staying here.
Yeah, but that right. But see, the rest of them boys can't play special teams like Bono can. Bono is a goddamn hell of a special team player. That's the only
Okay,
reason. I ain't
okay,
saying he going
okay,
I ain't saying he's
okay,
staying because he's gonna be.
okay.
Go, go ahead.
And
Go ahead.
that's that.
Mhm.
So that's why to keep him here. You understand what I'm saying? You hit the
Yeah.
nail on the
Yeah.
head. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna keep him here. Sam
Hmm.
Franklin type motherfucker. That's what's gonna
Right.
keep him here
Yep.
another year or two.
That
You see what I'm
that's
saying?
what Bono is. I ain't saying we keep Bono to be playing on, to be rushing the passer. We keep Bono because Bono can play the hell out of some goddamn special teams.
See, that's what's
Mm.
gonna keep him here. And then just like y'all said, some of the rooms are so damn weak, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gonna make the team. You see what I mean? And
Right.
then you're gonna end up, just like I said earlier in the segment, you're gonna end up getting exposed in that defensive backfield. And that
Yeah.
motherfucker gonna blame the shit on Evero. You understand what I'm saying? But you still didn't address the motherfucking problem. Which you can't do everything.
Yeah.
You just
Can't do
bleeded
everything.
this motherfucker so dry, you know what I'm saying? Because you top heavy and you went over there on the fucking offensive side of the ball so hard.
Yeah.
This motherfucker team better be built to shit. Put
30
five, six
points on the
motherfucking tubs a game. Yeah.
right. 30,
You see what I'm saying?
30 points on the board every game. At least 30.
Dang.
If not, it's not gonna work. If not, it's not gonna work. You can't hold nobody, Jalen.
Dang, that's asking a
Not
lot
when it
for
not when it
Bryce
counts.
Young. 30?
Okay. He's the number one draft pick.
Yeah,
Asset
right. He's number
franchise.
one
What the
draft
fuck
pick.
you
That
mean?
should be it.
Yeah.
That should be easy.
That's four
That's
touchdowns.
light work.
4 touchdowns a game, Jalen. Two running back scores, two touchdown throws.
Yeah,
Oh,
Some field goals.
Joe Burrow wake up not even brushing his teeth and do that, do them numbers.
Mm-hmm. Piss that shit.
Joe Burrow get out of his
Piss them
bed with his
type of numbers.
bedroom shoes on and throw that shit.
wow.
Yeah,
So
I
what are
can't
we
wait to the
talking about?
14th, y'all. I can't wait to the 14th. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited for that skills too. Hell, I'm ready for our goddamn rookies to come in. I'm ready for our goddamn the rookie camp.
And I hope we
Mhm.
play Atlanta first. Yeah, I said it.
Mm.
Nah, it's
Damn.
probably gonna be Buccaneers probably first.
Nah, I don't want to see the Bucks first. I want to see Atlanta first.
Hmm?
Let's say we want to see the Atlanta first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to see them Buck. You don't want to see them Buccaneers.
Yeah, now I say
I
you don't see them.
want to see them first.
Bucks.
You don't want to see
I
them
want to see them
goddamn.
first.
Hell no, you don't want to see them
But
Bucks first.
I want to catch Atlanta early. Catch them
You
early.
don't want to see them Buccaneers, man.
You don't want to see
Damn.
them.
I don't.
You
Hey,
don't want to see them motherfucking Bucks early. Hell no.
Yeah. Game 1, game 2, whichever
I,
one Atlanta.
I,
That's what I want.
We we might want to
I
see
don't
the
know, my
Saints
friend.
first. We
Well, hey,
might
well,
want.
well. If y'all had a prediction, what? How do you see the South playing out?
Mm.
Mm.
Early prediction, huh?
One,
I'm still giving
one,
it.
two,
I'm
three, four.
Bucks 1,
Yep.
Saints 4.
Yep.
I can't answer the rest of
we fight the Falcons for 2 and 3. We fight. Us and the Falcons
them.
fight
Yeah.
for 2 and 3.
Yep. I agree. Y'all spot on. That's where I'm at too.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I think Atlanta is a good team, but I feel like because we got a little more experience as far as in the system than Penix do. Penix only played 3 games. He ain't seen every defense. He ain't seen every scheme. Hell, I mean, you need, some people gonna call him a veteran. I, whatever. He's only played 3 games, bro. There's a lot of stuff he ain't seen.
Right.
I don't think Bryce gonna make the same mistakes after playing 2 years and getting his ass kicked. So and he's been in front of some great defenses. So that's the only reason I'm giving the upper hand. Does not mean that we're gonna win more
Yeah.
games, but starting off, we should be in front of Atlanta just off of experience by itself.
Right.
Mm.
Right. I agree.
And Eternal 252. What the hell is you talking about? You do not want that pressure.
He said, "I want to see the
If you want to see
Bills.
the Bills,
Shit.
You want your season to
I'm
get
going.
over with
I'm
early."
going to that. I'm going to that game too. I'm going to that game. Y'all got people coming in like Matt Stafford. You got people coming in like down Josh Allen. You understand what I'm saying? So I ain't saying we got one of the. I don't think we got. I think we last 3 years we've had easy schedules. You know what I'm saying? And look at what we finished with easy schedules. I still think we got easy. Now we might got about 5 killers on there, but you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
this
Shit,
this
out of
this
7
year
big
this this
games,
schedule this schedule ain't that
shit.
hard,
Come
nigga.
on, man.
This year,
No,
this
it
ain't
ain't that
no.
hard.
I forgot
Mm,
who we play. To be honest with you, I don't remember.
Man, we play the Bills. I know we play the Bills. I know we play LA. We gonna play Jaguars. You see what I'm saying? We gonna play the
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
Jaguars.
we
They
do
ain't
face the
we ain't
they
got
ain't
we
hitting
Jaguars.
ain't,
on
we ain't got
shit.
a, we ain't got
Yeah,
yeah, we ain't got a bunch of juggernauts on the scale. Ain't a bunch of
yeah. I
juggernauts.
think we play the West. We play one team out of the East, the Cowboys.
Yep.
I think
Oh,
we
we
play
play the
the whole
Cowboys.
West, and then we play that division over there. The Bills, Miami. You know what I'm saying? Of the ANC. That's not a hard division. We play the fucking
Now,
Jets, the Dolphins. You see what I'm saying?
Patriots.
And the
Yeah.
Patriots. That's
now,
not hard. That's not
now,
hard,
go
y'all.
real quick. The Cowboys just picked up Pickens.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
We already had a problem with one wide receiver over there. Now you're gonna add another one?
That was a big move by Dallas today.
That was a
Ain't no,
major move.
that
That's
was a
big
major
by
goddamn
Dallas.
move what Dallas did, picking up Pickens.
Jared Jones, yeah. Jared Jones put his nuts on the table on that one.
Damn sure
Do
did.
anybody know? Do anybody know what the Steelers received for that?
They got a third and a fifth, a third and a fifth for them. They got a
Mm.
third and a fifth, and they gave the Cowboys a six. The Steelers got a third
Wow,
and a fifth, and the Cowboys got Pickens in a six.
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
well,
Because Pickens,
Mike
and the
Jack,
thing was
yeah. Go ahead.
that that Pickens, you see what I'm saying? That just tells you Pickens, you remember Pickens and Deontay Johnson was raising hell before we got
Hmm.
Johnson. So Pickens
Mm-hmm.
was raising hell, you see what I'm saying? Anyway, so they had to get him on up out of town.
Yeah. He didn't want to be
See,
there.
one thing we've been lucky about, man, we ain't had other than Deontay Johnson, Dante Johnson, whatever his name, we haven't had no disgruntled wide receivers like that. We've had like
Nah.
Adam Thielen, and people don't even want to admit Adam Thielen was up there raising hell. He was. He was. But
Yep.
he'll come on there. No, I'm here. I call Bryce all the time
He
and
t-
all that
he two
shit.
faced.
You was
He two
talking
faced.
shit, bro. Exactly.
He two faced.
And then why you think they gave him that goddamn money this year? Shut your damn mouth and just come on out
Right.
here. That's what
Cause
that
by
was.
now
That was
he would have
hush.
said. By now he usually
Yeah,
should have said
hush
something. By
money.
now, usually he in the media.
See what I'm
Usually by
saying?
now.
Yeah. Think
Yeah.
about it. Think about it though, Pop. You got a what he 34, 35, whatever the fuck he is. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? If he'd have took less money to say, yo man, I want to go play for a championship contending team. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm on my last leg. He ain't
Mm.
never won one. Right? They don't want him, first of all.
Nobody
And
want him.
you got a chance to come here to get more motherfucking money because you're this nigga safety blanket. You feel me? So
Hmm.
it is what it is. You'll never get
Hmm.
one, homeboy.
Well, go them out, man. I can't wait to the 14th.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a
Yeah.
last word, man. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing on down. I appreciate everybody for coming on in here, man. The Red Swans of the world, the Be Good, D'Angelo, you know what I'm saying? Uh, just a little food for thought, you know what I'm saying? Tonight, what y'all think? Go ahead, give me a last word there, Papa.
Man, it was a great subject. Q, great subject for tonight. This was interesting. I hope they make the move. Uh, I mean, hey, it's lots of things to be excited about. Uh, Stay tuned because Black Cat gonna go live about that schedule. It's gonna be hype. I can't wait. Let the shit talk begin. I mean, y'all just be safe out there, y'all.
Hey, man, y'all see the screen. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, young Jalen,
My last
what you
word.
got to say there, brother?
My last word, man, will be yeah, man. I hope we, man, like I hope we do get him, through a trade, and because our secondary too, man. I don't really trust our secondary, so that's probably why they looking for him anyway. But
Hmm.
keep pounding though, man. Keep pounding.
Yeah, Jalen brought up a beautiful point. You got the secondary being weak. You got to have heat from up front. You know what I mean? I don't think we
Absolutely.
got enough heat up front. To really make a difference like that. Then you say, well, three-way, four-way, whatever type of trade is Kayvon Thibodeau that much of the needle mover that the Carolina Panthers would need to put some heat on the opposing offense? Well, that still relies on what this offense, our offense, is going to do. And there's question
Mm.
marks all over the place. So I think this is a prove it year for um, everything across the board. Every room in the building has question marks.
Facts.
Everybody can get it. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody who got that thing can get it. That to me, there's no standout motherfucker. I told y'all one time, motherfucker jumped in my head. I said, use Derek Brown as a trade piece because everybody can get it because you have to do so much with this team. Tear it down to the stud. But now, like I said the other day, I was excited because of what you're doing through this one draft, and that was the first step. You know what I'm saying? We're not even in the building. That was just the first step. This draft right here. This draft right here wasn't shitty. It wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? It was finally a good draft. So that is a start. Other than that, y'all, man, y'all see what time it is, man. We out here. Holla back.